Are you ready? What's good, everybody? That's right, it's Tuesday morning, the 22nd of June. Time to get it in with your boy Boogotti NYC. It's our bottom line time. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day out there, because guess what? I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get those prayers in the air after we get that camera straight. Let's do what we do, y'all. Let's do what we do. How's everybody doing out there? Let's go ahead and double tap that screen and get those likes up. Get some more people over here. If you ain't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? It's Tuesday, y'all. Let's do what we do. Let me get these cameras straight so we can get those prayers up. Let's go. Let me know how I'm sounding over here. Thank you so much, Batty. I see you over there. She said audio is good. The audio too. The two's the audio. Now I gotta fix that thing called video. Let me go ahead and fix that. Here we go. Boom. Okay, let's see if I can do it all in one swipe. We got lucky yesterday. Let's try to keep it going today. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Just like I said earlier. Boom. Okay, that looks pretty good right there, Boogotti. But hold on a minute. don't wanna do that. Let's make sure we get it all in there. Get it all in there. Let's see if that's going to work for us this morning. Got a little bit of twisting and turning I see we may need to do right there. Let's see if that works. Let's go ahead and work that out right there. Let's see if we get it. How y'all doing this morning? Come on in. I'm fixing the camera, but that don't mean you guys got to wait around. Y'all don't got to wait for me. Let's do what we do over here. Let's lift that our bottom line area up a little bit over there and see if we get it like that. And I think we're going to be straight with that. Okay, I'm going to run with that for this morning. That's enough for me, because that's a little crooked and crazy, but we still got to go for it because we don't got a lot of time. We got to get those prayers in the air. Come on in, you guys. Let's go ahead and get those prayers in the air. I see a lot of people already here. Wrong time for this to be going on. But you know, sometimes things happen. Sometimes they happen. I'm going to rock with that. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. We got to get those prayers in the air for happiness. Want to get those prayers in the air for love. Want to get those prayers in the air for fun. Got to go ahead and get those prayers in the air for good health. Want to pray for love as well as you and your family, as well as your animals, Miss Keisha. Got to pray for Adam Trebet, Liberty and Justice. Can't forget about Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno. I see Miss Keisha's in the building. Winter Rising. Who's that over there? Kim Miller, Miss Keisha again, Jeffrey Spilker, VG5P. Okay, Adam. Okay, can't forget about 55 Coffee House. Lisa Roy is in the building, as well as myself, Boogotti NYC, Sam Champion, Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman, Winter Rising, Angels Among Us, Jeffrey Spilker. Can't forget about Justin, Jordan. That's right, we can't forget about Jordan. Also can't forget about Teddy. How you doing this morning, brother? Queen Shay, I see you in the building. Adam Trebet. Casey, my brother, how you doing? That's right, let's keep on moving forward. Who else we got up in the building? Jeffrey Spilker, said that already. Turbo Munch and Miss Keisha. Can't forget about Miss Swanza. Want to pray for the Swanza family as well. Want to pray for her in these times right now. We never going to forget. Don't worry about it. We still got your back, even though you're not here right now. That's right. Praying for Miss Swanza, El Jadero as well. And that's how we going to do it. Okay, Luigi as well. Carson too. Amen. That's right, you guys. Because it's time. It's time for our bottom line. Let's go. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Whoa. And we wind it up. Do. Wind it up. Do. Wind it up. Because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. I think it's 6 o'clock here, but let's see. Come on, let's start the show. I throw another wave. Uh. It's time to. Okay. Ole. Don't play. It's time, y'all. Let's go. We got to open up those pores. Can you believe it's the 21st already? I'm sorry, 22nd. We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those. It's Tuesday the 22nd. That's right, y'all. 2026. Said I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Woo! How's everybody doing this Tuesday morning? That's right, you guys. It's June the 22nd already. 8 more days till this week, till this month is over. And you guys know what that means. We only got 17 more days to deal with the BS, you guys. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day because I know that I am. I'm energized. I'm ready to go, ready for hot, trending topics, current events, and much, much more. And yes, we got a lot to bring you guys this morning. A little bit of fun, too, a little bit of laughter, as well as a great section for the health and wellness section today, you guys. I'm hoping everybody's been enjoying the show. We've been trying to stay on topic, make sure that we keep everything rolling. And yes, we go everywhere. And that's why we always like to say, I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I'm going to ask you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Also, let me see those flags. I go there and we do the research. Big shout out to Australia. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to everybody in Dubai. Actually, all the other people that's in Iran and all of those other countries too that I'm starting to see geographically starting to watch our show. I don't know what they're getting because we're going to see what's going on over there. But we appreciate you guys as well. Over in the Emirates, everybody out in India, we appreciate all of our fan base. So everybody here, from our hearts to you, thank you so much for tuning in and chiming in. It's our bottom line time, you guys. You know what I'm about to say next, right? Because I don't got no more time to waste. Like I said, please let's try to stay on topic, stay on point. This way we have a fantastic dialogue and we can stick to it and keep on flowing. I'm going to do my job and get the videos going, keep them rolling and make sure that we got the excitement happening. That's all I'm going to ask you guys to do, is just stay on topic, say what you want to say, but please be respectful. And last but not least, let's get into these titles. Let's go. We got work to get into. Trump. Is Trump threatening Iran over Hezbollah's actions in Lebanon? I don't know, but we're going to find out because it seems as if there's a little bit of friction going on where Iran doesn't want to comply 100% because of what's going on in Hezbollah. We're going to keep going forward, but we definitely have that in the clip. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Why is Los Angeles now taking a big step towards non-citizens and voting? You heard what I said. Why is Los Angeles now taking a bigger step towards non-citizens and voting? You can answer that question anytime you like. I want to keep on moving forward because last but not least, good morning, Brandon. I see you over there, Casey. What's going on, Money Tree? Got you. I got. Go ahead. Go ahead and try to send me that DM again. Who else we got up in the building? W2F Bame. Where's my people at? There you go, Liberty. How you doing? Last but not least, what we got over here? Tehran tells Trump the Strait of Hormuz is not your personal casino. Ooh, doesn't sound like a lot of complying going on in that statement. Tehran tells Trump the Strait of Hormuz is not your personal casino. What do they mean by that? We're going to find out. Let's get into it, you guys. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday morning, June the 22nd. 8 more days to the end of this month. 17 more days until we out of you know where. Also, it's time to do it. Grab your water, your tea, and your 55 coffee house, and let's do our thing. We got some breaking news coming in from somebody that we all love, no matter what your party is. You know, Mr. Grady, Sheriff Grady. Let's see what Sheriff Grady has to say for us this morning, you guys. We're gonna start this off a little bit different than we normally do this morning. Let's go a different direction this time. Let's see what's going on here with Sheriff Grady as he brings us to the updated on some of his stories. We haven't seen or heard from him in a while. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello, everyone. It's time for morning briefing. I hope you have your favorite cup of coffee. I have mine, and I also have these really cool glasses. That's right. I got them from the people who run Next Step at Endeavor Academy. It's adults with autism. Now, is this cool or what? You know what I'm saying? All right. Have some coffee. That's pretty good.
Good water.
Well, occasionally I tell you stories that you just can't believe. But I want you to get a full look at a lady who I'm sure was born with all her brain cells, but she's fried them all. And she's operating on about 2 half cells. Gina Redding, she's 48. She's from Lake Wells. She actually aged well, considering all the craziness she did. So 2 deputies are blocking off a road because they're working on the power lines. And she drives around the deputy who's got the road blocked and continues on because like he's in a wrong way. Well, the deputy at the other end stops her and goes, "What are you doing?" So he writes her a ticket.
Okay.
Well, she doesn't like that. So she starts following the deputy. Did you hear me? Do I need to shout that out? She started following the deputy. And then she decides, well, I'll just dial 911 because I don't like this traffic ticket. So she dials 911. And as you know, that's a misuse of the system.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
So another deputy shows up and they stop her again. And they stop her for misuse of a 911 system. And they gave her a break the first time, but she also had tinted windows. So at this point in time, she's arrested. And she's really not happy. And we look in her car because, see, we have to inventory it before we tow it. And there's some marijuana, that non-level or low-level non-violent crime drug. But that didn't explain why she's acting like this. So we get her to the jail and we put her through a scanning system. And guess what?
Bum, bum, bum.
What we find in Virginia, 28 bags of fentanyl. She says she doesn't deal fentanyl, but it would certainly explain her conduct. So we didn't visit Virginia any further. We just put her in jail. You know what I'm saying? That's a crazy woman. Have a good day.
All right.
Well, everyone, it's time for
All right. You know what?
you have
I gotta agree with you a little bit, Money Tree. You didn't get out of here before I missed that comment right there. You said that you can't agree and you think that it's really not funny because you've dealt with them before. I've dealt with them before as well in different times, especially in a bad time when you really don't want to deal with them, especially when they're really angry. I'm talking about the sheriffs in Florida. They get a little bit. Let me just say a little bit extra, especially when they find out what states you're from. If you're from like New York or somewhere like that, I'll say, and they're really stern. I remember one time I was in at a spring break on South Beach, and we were in a car, and somebody right in front of us, like 2 cars ahead of us, got powed right while they were driving. The entire police force wound up coming out there, and boy, were they showing they ASSs, flipping on everybody, yelling and all of that. So yeah, they got pretty stern. They're pretty stern when it comes down to what I know about them. I don't know anything else like in detail or whatever, but yeah, that's basically what I know in my dealings with Florida sheriffs or police. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Can you believe she had 15 sacks inside of her Virginia, like he said? Let's keep on going, you guys. We got more work to do. Let's keep on going. We got to get on over here because we found one of those arsonists. I'm really happy about this situation here. Anybody that finds one of these people, I would love for you to snitch. I think that snitching is a fantastic thing when it comes down to it, especially when it comes down to someone trying to, let me see something. Okay, we still good over here. When it comes down to somebody trying to do something stupid, when it comes down to our areas of where people live and where there's animals and things like that. It's not called snitching if you're doing the right thing. Check this out. I'm so happy that this person got caught out in San Diego. There was a man who was seen lighting a palm tree on fire. He ran through the fences before he was arrested. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's go. Just let me know you're still with me. Let's keep on going. Let's go. So this is a drone footage that captured a suspect fleeing after palm trees that he set on fire. Now the blaze had threatened nearby homes, prompting temporary evacuations in the area. Now you'd think that the fire started from a brush fire or whatever like that, right? No, starting to really find out where these things are happening at. Check this out. He started off by a palm tree, and then a sheriff drone tracked this suspect that was movements and relayed his locations to responding deputies and air units. Well, I'm glad this person was caught, this piece of crap. So they're trying to track him, and they arrested the suspect a short time later on the freeway. I wish they would show who he is, because I'm really not understanding and like what are they getting out of doing this? So yeah, climbing all around, just doing whatever. And this is the same person that just set that blaze. Looks like he's breaking into somewhere else. So the whole time they had him on drone footage and they arrested him. So that's good. Glad that they got him out of there. And no, there was no audio for that. That was just straight up drone footage. We had to get behind the scenes on that. Yes, they are sick. I can't stand them at all. And yo, in Cali, I caught a homeless man lighting fires. They are never just natural, always arson. You're right about that. You know, the thing about that, they're jealous, they're angry, sometimes they're crazy, they just want to do whatever. I just don't get it. I think all of those people need to be arrested. And the amount of time, I'm going to tell you guys honestly, it needs to be similar to like 25 years, if I could say, if I could have anything to do with it, to be honest with you. As you can see right now, we got information coming in from the Oval Office where President Trump's giving an update on Iran, Venezuela at a ceremony where they're basically talking about quantum as well as oil in Washington. Trump also threatens to hit Iran very hard if they don't get on board. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's see what's going on with these oil gushers he's talking about, which I queued it up to.
Extremely strong security standards. America is celebrating 250 years of ingenuity, innovation, and invention this year, and today's commitments to quantum leadership will help secure that legacy for decades to come. I just want to say before we introduce a couple of the people, we're doing very well with respect to the Hormuz Strait. We took in more oil yesterday than has ever gone through the strait. We probably see that we have an oil gusher. The strait is totally open, you know that, and we're negotiating. We'll see how that all goes. But we have two things: we have an open strait, and we have a country that will never have a nuclear weapon. Will never ever have a nuclear weapon. So now I'd like to invite Michael Gracias, Director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy, to say a few words, followed by National Cyber Director Sean Karen Cross and Secretary Wright, who's doing a fantastic job over in Venezuela and every place else he touches. Venezuela, by the way, has been amazing. We are really having a great relationship with that country, taking out tremendous amounts of oil.
Well, what's up with them not having lights and stuff? Because the last time we checked, they was banging on pots and setting up roadblocks. Just got to call it as we saw it.
Far more than that particular one.
Let's go ahead and double tap that screen and get those lights up, you guys. Kendra is doing her job and showing out right now. She's saying that there's 361 people in the building and only 61 have hit that like button. We would really appreciate it if you guys appreciate the show so far to hit the like button. That actually gets more people over here and gets the algorithm moving. It doesn't cost you guys anything at all. And we really don't, we really can use it right now, especially in the position that we're in. We've got 17 more days until we're out of cha-ching. You guys know what I mean right now. That's probably why you haven't been seeing us, because of whatever the case may be. But you know what we've been doing over here? We've been just fighting, pushing through, and still making sure that we give you guys a good quality show, making sure that we curate and get you guys all of the updated information as possible, no matter what the case has been, whatever they throw at us. We just keep on ducking and we just keep on moving. That's right. Sometimes you just got to learn how to adapt. So that's what we've been doing over here, and we could not have done it without you guys. So yes, all it really takes for you guys to do, really hard gesture, I understand. Got to take that phone, that whole arm right there. And I know it's a lot of work, but it just takes you to go like 2 times. That's right. Just 2 taps on that screen and that gets those likes up. And we really would appreciate it. And guess what? It gets more people over here because YouTube, they say, well, all those people over there double tapping that screen. Must be something going on. They send up a signal, more people come over. So that's why we ask. We can use it right now and we appreciate it. And if you really want to be a friend to the show and you like what you're seeing, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell and hit all to let you know whenever we're going to be on. We got more work to get into. Let's keep on going. Good morning. It's Tuesday.
Sending it to Louisiana, sending it to lots of places. And Venezuela is also doing well. Venezuela is doing better than it's done in maybe ever. So it's been an amazing situation. What do you ever hear of getting money back from the war by 42 times over, Redby? Nobody does that. And I think Iran, I can say that it's sort of a different scale, is in its own way working out very well. Maybe it's hard to say just as well, but maybe almost just as well.
Well, let's see what's coming in from Tehran on that accord since you're saying that. Let's see what they're saying right now, sir. Let's see what we have over here where it says Trump is threatening to hit Iran very hard over Hezbollah's actions in Lebanon. Thank you so much. I didn't see that, but I appreciate you so much for that.
Vice President J.D. Vance leading the American delegation to Switzerland today for the first round of negotiations with the Iranian side, face to face after that memorandum of understanding was signed in France earlier this week. But we know that there are some tensions in that room, especially after President Trump issued a number of threats towards Iran if they don't get their proxy Hezbollah in line and if they choose to close the Strait of Hormuz tonight. Iran responding, their parliament speaker, who's been viewed as their lead negotiator, saying, quote, don't they think to themselves that if their threats had produced results, they would not have ended up in today's state of desperation. We do not attach any significance to the Americans' threats. Many of these threats have revolved around the situation that is in Lebanon. After Israel, Lebanon, and Hezbollah struck a new ceasefire deal on Friday, we saw new strikes being carried out on Saturday. As a result, Iran says that they were preparing to close the Strait of Hormuz again. That was when the president said that he prepared to hit back at Iran if it should come to that, or if they don't get Hezbollah in line, who he views as jeopardizing the ceasefire. And I can tell you firsthand, those Strait of Hormuz waterways are tense. Our team was on the waterways this week when it was definitively open from the Iranian side. And even then, hundreds of ships were making the choice not to cross the Strait of Hormuz, not certain it was safe, not certain that the mines had been cleared out, not certain that the situation would remain stable. These are viewed as technical talks and to set up future negotiations and future conversations down the road.
So is it safe to cross the Strait of Hormuz is what's going on? I mean, they got these talks going on and they said it's safe, but is it? Let's see what these guys are talking about.
Donald Trump threatened to take over Iran if they try to close the Strait of Hormuz again.
So he basically told them if they try to close the strait, he's going to take it over.
During a turbulent weekend for diplomacy, as negotiators met in Switzerland to begin a period of high-stakes talks to end the war. The US president said he had warned Iranian officials directly that you close and you won't have a country. Fox News reported on Sunday as Iran began restricted maritime traffic in response to Israel's clashes with Hezbollah. You won't make it back to your country.
Wow.
The president said he told Iranians while using expletives and adding, we'll take over the rest of the country. High-stakes talks aimed at finalizing a deal to end the war are expected to continue through the week. After a difficult start that saw Iranian negotiators walk out over Trump's insults. The first round of talks, nonetheless, concluded early on Monday morning, with Iranian Minister Abbas Araghchi praising Pakistan and Qatar for their mediation.
They walked out.
They delivered major progress. And despite the public bluster, J.D. Vance told reporters that Trump had asked us to turn over a new leaf to transform our relationship with the people of Iran.
All right, you guys just keep them negotiations going so that we can be over here with these gas prices and hopefully we be able to do something about this supermarket prices as well, because we over here, we pay attention to that as well. We understand price gouging and we're paying a lot of attention to it. Why? Because I'm making sure that we pay attention to it. I'm going to keep on saying it. Yes, oil prices keep going up and down, but what's going on with the supermarkets? They just keep going up, 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 up every time. It's like they wait for the gas price to go up and like, oh, let's go up another quarter. Oh, let's go up 50 cents more. Let's go up 7 cents more. Now, pasta, a box of pasta is like $6.50. It's ridiculous out here, you guys. And not only that, the food that they have in the supermarkets, 9 times out of 10, it's garbage. Let's keep on moving forward now. We got to get on over to Canada. We got all of a sudden there's a surge in Iran and these illegals that's trying to cross the border, not from the southern border because that's pretty locked down. They're trying to get in through the northern part of the border. Let's see what's happening with that because there's officials that are saying that they reported sites of Iranian IRGCs, Iranians with ties to the IRGC trying to get in through the Canadian border. I think this is something that we need to be paying attention to, especially since we're in negotiations right now. Let's keep on paying attention to see what's up.
We've seen an unusual amount of Iranian nationals trying to sneak in through our northern, not southern border, because President Trump's policies have closed the southern border. So our northern border, we've seen arrests go up daily on Iranian nationals, and we have a good partnership with our Canadian partners that have been able to help apprehend them too. But it's worrisome because
thank you so much, Z Humble. Sent 10 memberships right there. So all of you guys that weren't gloved up, get gloved up. Say thank you so much and keep your gloves on. Let's keep on going. Let's get it. Thank you so much.
The amount of influx we see and the amount of connections we have when we capture the people that have direct ties to the IRGC, which the IRGC is not the regular army of Iran. The IRGC is the true believers of this radical regime. And fortunately, because of our strength zero policies that we have underneath President Trump, we're able to capture the individuals coming across. So do we know if those people trying to come through the U.S.'s northern border are being directed by the IRGC, or are they people fleeing from Iran? Most of the individuals have ties directly to the IRGC. And that's Department of Homeland Security Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen with me yesterday on the surge of illegal crossings into America by Iranians all along America's northern border. Joining now is former acting ICE director and former DHS Deputy Assistant Secretary Jonathan Fahey. Jonathan, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And Fox News reporting that nearly half of the Iranian nationals who were arrested along the border last year were released into the country during the Biden administration.
Damn.
Your thoughts?
What?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing when you think about what's going on now that the Biden administration was stopping Iranian nationals at the border. They're coming through ports of entry, and they were still releasing them into the country. It was truly stunning, and they were doing that with virtually anybody. What's also more concerning, though, during the Biden administration, because, the border, everyone was going through, so many people were going through the ports of entry, there were still 2 million gotaways. So these were people that weren't willing to go through the ports of entry for some reason, even though they were letting him.
Hold on, we got a lunatic in here. Lance Miller's talking about, bro, I would actually watch you if you didn't get your info from mainstream media. So kick a rock for a block because you don't own your own mind. You can't look at things and make decisions from it. You can't sit around with a group of phenomenal people and come up with our own assessments. That's what we do over here, from Fox to PBS to Instagram to other platforms. No matter what it is, from CBS to any other platform, we use and we use every single platform over here, and we don't get caught in rabbit holes like you do, and that's sad. Let me show you the rabbit holes in the way that you move in your rabbit holes. Check this out. This is you. Do 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 do. Boop boop boop. Oh my God, I can't get out because of the station that they're on. I can't get out because of the station that they're on. So you're stuck forever. This is us, my family, my co-host, and my family members here. Do 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 do. Boop boop boop. Right, we skip over nonsense, and not only that, we own our own brains. So again, you can kick a rock for a block. I don't care if one person don't want to watch us because of our network. You're not understanding what we're about. Boogotti has no political affiliation at all, that being me, not a Republican, a Democrat, conservative, or a liberal. We made this platform so people can actually have a forum. If you want to stick around, you might want to say more intelligent things and stop, just don't say, just say some more intelligent things instead of being caught up in something like that, which is what we call a rabbit hole. We don't do rabbit holes over here. We skip over them or fill them in. That's what we do. Or plant a tree in them. How about that? Rabbit, go somewhere else if you're trying to make it out. Let's keep on moving forward. And I'm not even gonna get caught up on you. Case in point, skipping over a rabbit hole.
Into the country. So that's almost a greater concern is who was in that group and how many Iranians affiliated with the IRGC or anything else were in there. Thankfully, President Trump has shut down the southern border. And now, that was a great interview with Senator or Secretary Mullen where he's talking about what's going on at the northern border. But it just shows, how effective President Trump was with the southern border.
Well, that means that they need to tighten up around the northern border and probably send some of those same troops from the southern border up north and make that more tighter up there too. Yeah, sometimes you got to play the same game. First thing you do, you go up there and you analyze everything, see what's going on. What's the difference between what's happening? And then you start to fortify and make things tighter. What's going on, you guys? How y'all doing? I got about 2 more clips before I come to these comments. But what I really would like is for you guys to stay on topic and stay on point. I know you love each other. You're all saying what's up and everything. Everybody's getting their coffee and coming on in. But yeah, we got some real good information coming on in here. So I just want to make sure that you guys know where we're coming from. Let's keep on going. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. And yes, let's keep on moving. What was that? 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. Constructive convo. I love it. Me too. See how it goes? And you can stay around too. Whoever you are that said that, I don't even remember your name, but stick around and then figure out what the family's like. You might want to join. Let's get on over to some real serious information here right now. I think you guys want to see about these real serious documents that are now raising severe questions on the alleged, oh man, I can't say certain words because they was playing around with us yesterday. So I'm going to let them say it. I'm not even going to say these words right here. I'm not even going to say this doctor's name. I'm going to let this rock. You guys take control in the comments because got to be careful. I'm going to let you guys get this. Freestyle it, y'all. Go for it.
So there really was an orchestrated.
I gotta let you guys get this one right here. I gotta turn the audio all the way up because for some reason, some of this stuff be kind of lower than the other stuff. But I want to make sure you guys get all of this. So let's go.
So there really was an orchestrated cover-up on this. We also now know that he was visiting the CIA in early 2020. We know that the CIA scientists, 7 of them, voted 6-1 to say it came from the lab, and then they were reversed by superiors. We need to know whether Anthony Fauci influenced the superiors or perhaps the opposite. Did the CIA influence Anthony Fauci? But we also need to know how often he was visiting and what he was there for. Our understanding is that he wasn't recorded on visitor logs, but he was appearing frequently at the CIA. You have to realize that he was not a scientist in charge of a cure for cancer. He was also in charge of a lot of bioweapons money and in charge of a lot of things that had dual use. And they won't reveal any of this to us. They had weekly meetings on dangers, dual use research concerns, and gain of function. And not one item of any of those meetings has been released to us, despite us asking for it for over 3 years.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm not gonna say nothing else about that because they all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying, but tear it up in the comments. Tear it up in the comments if you heard what he said. Tear it up in the comments. If you want to rewind that, y'all got to do that on your own because you already know what's going on around these parts. Sometimes they don't like when you share the real truth. They don't like that. They don't like that. They don't like that. So you gotta be careful about that. There you go. Y'all, yeah, that's what I realized from yesterday. Why they're not showing that, you know what I'm saying, from yesterday, because we kind of went in heavy, but we gonna chill. We gonna chill. We don't want no beef because y'all run the show, no problem. Let's get on over to this other situation where this former SB and IRS employee is charged with. That's right, IRS employee. I'm sorry, a former federal IRS employee is being charged with using their government positions to steal millions from that same relief program that starts with a C and ends with a D, and the year was 19. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen and see how this happened with all this money being allocated to another direction. Come on, keep it going, y'all. We're not playing.
A former Small Business Administration and IRS employee, yes, someone who worked inside the federal government. Her name is Hesbolla Williams. She was charged in a multi-year scheme to steal over $3.5 million from 4 COVID-era relief programs. According to the indictment, while she was working for the SBA as a loan officer, Williams would recruit people into her scam by direct messaging them on Instagram, where she would urge them to submit fraudulent SBA applications. She would then share the proceeds from those loans with her accomplices after using her access at the SBA to approve the applications. Now, Saturday in America was able to get a copy of the indictment, and here is what we found. Prosecutors uncovering some of those messages that she allegedly had. Listen to these. Want to make some money? $12K. I'm approved your SBA grant. You get $15K, I just charge $3K because this is my job on the line. As soon as you submit it, I can approve it today or tomorrow. Listen to this. I'll do your mom's too. These are the messages a federal employee was sending.
Can you believe this? She was Instagramming people this. Rewind, heal up, reel up, bring it back, come rewind. What was she saying to the people?
Okay, because this is my job on the line. As soon as you submit it, I can approve it today or tomorrow. Listen to this. I'll do your mom's too. These are the messages a federal employee was sending. And after leaving the SBA, she went over to the IRS, where she is accused of doing the same thing. You cannot make this up. While working as a tax examining technician, she would advertise her scam on Instagram to get people to fraudulently apply for a pandemic-era tax credit. You can see on your screen now some of those advertisements that she posted pulled directly from the indictment. Well, Iowa Senator Joni Ernst responded to our reporting on these fraudfluencers by saying she tasked the Government Accountability Office to investigate, and they did.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Now, the GAO is now looking at how-to guides posted by scammers on social media and podcasts that literally give people step-by-step instructions on how to steal your money. Iowa Senator Joni Ernst joins me now. Senator Ernst, we loved seeing that you...
No, that's enough on that topic. I wanted to bring them up to date and see what was going on because they're supposed to be making sure that we pay our bills and we do what we're supposed to do. But look at what kind of people they got at the IRS. I hope y'all going to pick her up. Yeah. But let me tell you what that really is. A lot of times it's really nothing, nothing. They want to get through traffic. I'm tired of this traffic. Let's turn the siren on. But then when you say that to them, oh, we can't do that. That's illegal. So how come when I see y'all pulling over somewhere, turning the siren off, just getting somewhere, I don't see y'all running in no building going to help nobody. So what you turn that siren on to get here for? Yeah, okay. Let's keep on moving forward. Ain't nobody stupid. Let's get on over to, what we doing? We're going over to Russia because we got some situation where they struck again. What's this? Unrelenting. I'm talking about Ukraine has been unrelenting on their drone hits. These they hit this cruise missile company that was building their cruise missiles out in Russia. Well, Ukraine, I guess they figured out where that was the place where Russia was building them and sent some drones over there, and boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Ukraine seems to be a worthy adversary when it comes down to Russia right now. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go.
A Ukrainian cruise missile has struck Russia's Voronezh semiconductor devices plant involved in the production of parts of Iskander missile systems and Kh-101 cruise missiles. Residents of Voronezh reported hearing several loud explosions around midday local time. Ukrainian sources said the facility was hit by cruise missiles, while Russian monitoring channels had earlier warned of a potential missile attack and later claimed that 3 British-made Storm Shadow missiles had been intercepted.
No, the crazy thing is, why do they even make stuff like that around residential areas? Why would they even build that there? That should be like in a factory, in a secluded place, somewhere that this can't affect people. Thinking about this like in earlier times and stuff, they have this around like residential areas. Oh, we're going to build it right here. Of course, if anything gets struck at, it's going to be here, making it even more urban warfare possibilities. You know what I'm saying?
Despite those claims, reports indicated that several buildings at the semiconductor plant sustained significant damage.
Look at that right there. Faye says that Ukraine's been on top of it because they're trying to be tired of being used by everybody. I know one thing, they got really heavy on those drones.
Videos released in social
For such a little country, they giving Russia HELL hockey sticks. And that's why I said it to you guys before. Think about this. And I know you don't like when I say this. They always been scared. We always been scared of them ever since the Cold War, ever since all of that. You know, we used to be scared of them. Even the Russian, Rocky, you know what I'm saying? Rocky and all of that. That's why they even used them, because they knew that that was like our number one enemy, right? But then when you think about it, if they can't deal with Ukraine, come on, bruh. What you gonna do with us? Stop it. I mean, hopefully, you know what I mean? If you can't deal with that, you damn sure can't mess with us. So thanks for showing us that. Guaranteed.
Media captured the aftermath of the attack with thick flumes of smoke in the area. The targeted facility develops and
Now look, that's a person pointing over there, a couple of buildings away, a couple of blocks away. That's what I'm talking about. They always have this stuff going on where people live at. Remember back in the day when it was semi-respectful? At least they used to try to go on the battlefield with the musket and, you know what I'm saying? Powder, boom, a little different. You know, at least you get a little, after a while, of course, they did go into, you know, wherever they took over, and they did terrible things. I got to be honest about it. But it was much more different than these times now. We got to keep on moving forward now, because we do have some information coming in from the Vice President, J.D. Vance, as he's been asked, did the president throw a monkey wrench in the negotiations? Because we can see a lot of conflict going on in between Hezbollah and Anon and different things like that. But does this actually influence or affect the negotiations right now that's going on? That's the question which everybody should be asking. Why are we concerned? We should be. It affects our oil, even though they say it doesn't. And it's affecting what? Our pockets. Last on the line right now, what's going on with those supermarkets? Because if these gas prices remain the way they are, if these oil prices remain the way that they are going on right now, I don't see any reason why food prices should not follow. I'm gonna keep on top of that. Let's go.
I'm going to take a few questions from guys in the audience. I appreciate you guys being here. Start with you.
Can you just clarify?
Yolanda.
No, they didn't throw a wrench in the system. The thing with the Iranians, yes, they did threaten to walk out, or at least there were social media threats that they would walk out. But we were negotiating well past 1 a.m. yesterday, so they didn't walk out. And their technical team is still here in Bergenstock working with our technical team actually as we speak, though I imagine maybe some of them are taking a break to watch this news conference. But look, what we told the Iranians.
They have third-party mediators, but they're still like, it's still bad. You know, India was supposed to be the third party.
Yesterday.
Pakistan, remember?
Is when you guys engage in what us millennials might call trash talk, you can't expect the president of the United States not to respond and not to correct the record. So when they say things that aren't true, the president is going to respond to it. I'm going to respond to it. Americans are going to respond to it. When they make threats that aren't rooted in reality, they have to accept that the president of the United States is actually going to set the record straight. That's all that happened. So yes, there was a little bit of threatening, there was a little bit of whining, but at the end of the day, the talks continued and we made great progress.
Okay, that's enough on Iran. He's out there talking about it. I guess we're going to give you another day to find more reports and see what's going on, because now we got another situation over here. Tell me if this is fake news. Tell me if you don't like what's going on, and I'm fine with that. But if it is, if you see anything going on over here that makes sense, talk to me. I want to ask you guys a question. Why would a state like California make a big step towards non-citizen voting? Why would they want to do something like that? Why would they want to do something like that? Do you think that if that was to actually happen, other states would probably follow through? That's my question to you guys. Los Angeles, they're taking a big step towards non-citizenship voting. What do you guys think about it? That was number 6. I'm in the comments after this. I want to know what you guys are talking about on this topic right here. Let's go.
Los Angeles soon, thanks to the city council. They put a measure on November's ballot allowing the city government to grant non-citizens the right to vote. Proponents argue it's about equality.
This issue to me is really about fairness and representation. It just does not make sense to me that someone who moves to Los Angeles for a temporary job has more of a voice than a parent who has been here for decades, raising their children through our public schools. Our people
here that can't vote, we can't count on the Tea Party to show up and defend them for taxation without representation.
Absolutely makes no sense. And the way that he tried to frame it was just like, because somebody moves to the state, they have more rights than somebody else, a mom or whatever. Did that mom get here illegally? Is she? Let's go there if you want to do that. If you want to do it like that, because now you're trying to make citizenship worthless. What's the use of being a worthless a citizen in that case? Got to bring it back to the first Funtadan. I got to. I have no idea where his mind frame is at. This is a true, immediate thunderant right here.
This issue to me is really about fairness and representation. It just does not make sense to me that someone who moves to Los Angeles for a temporary job has more of a voice than a parent who has been here for decades, raising their children through our public schools.
What sort of comparison is he trying to make right there is what I'm trying to say. Now we do have some other people on the other side that have common sense. Let's keep going with this clip.
People here that can't vote, we can't count on the Tea Party to show up and defend them for taxation without representation.
But not everyone on the council was on board.
I don't even know that the county has actually been consulted in their ability to implement such a concept.
The practical effect is that council members would be empowered to make significant changes to election laws. Election laws should never be viewed through the lens of who benefits politically.
But Los Angeles isn't alone in those efforts. Several cities across the country have already implemented or attempted to pass similar measures. Wow. Tom Shalhoub. I remember the LA mayoral debate between Karen Bass, Spencer Pratt, and Nithya Raman, and they were asked a specific question about non-citizens voting. Karen Bass gave a non-answer.
Jonathan, we get it. You guys who fought so hard to endure so much will lose everything to those who just arrived. What do you mean, you guys? What do you do, Jonathan? You don't work, you don't fight, you don't try to push, or are you a troll? Thanks for putting yourself out there. We're going to check into it and see if you're a troll, because we don't like trolls around here. But thanks for showing up and constantly doing that, because we're going to check into you now. Let's keep on moving forward and double tapping that screen and get those likes up, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on going. What else we got over here? Let's see. Let's get on over to dun, 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 run, dun, 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 dun. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to see, because trolls can't curse and trolls can't get mad. Thanks for showing your true colors. Stick around. Let's keep on going. But fall back on the spamming. I like to do that. Sometimes you gotta pop a pin. Oh, you didn't make it. Oh man, sorry. Casey got you out of there. I was gonna let you hang around because I figured that you were real, but okay, Casey wanted you out of here. You gotta go. Let's keep on getting over the United Kingdom, since that was the music that I was making. Sorry, Jonathan, I was gonna let you stick around. We got some breaking information from the UK, where we got Keir Starmer, who's resigned as the British Prime Minister. And Casey, if you saw something that I didn't see, thumbs up to you, brother. I had to mess around with them a little bit. Sometimes you got to let them stick their head out so that then the lawnmower can come by and get them. You feel me? Let's keep on doing what we got to do. I appreciate you, Sir Lancelot. Let's see what's going on with this.
We begin this morning with a Fox News alert, and it's a big one. Just moments ago, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer resigning after mounting pressure from the Labour Party and the public.
My party is asking now is whether I am best placed to lead us into the next general election.
His party is asked if he is the right one to lead them into the next general election.
I have heard the answer of my parliamentary party to that question, and I accept that answer with good grace. Every decision I've taken has been about putting the country I love first.
Every decision he made has been about putting the country he loved first. Yeah, all right, Keir. Come on, what else? Just go ahead and get it over with, man. Come on.
That is why I will resign as leader of the Labour Party.
I was waiting to hear cheers after that, but it must have been in my head. Like I was just waiting to hear people like, yeah, but okay.
You were watching Fox and Friends first on this Monday morning. I'm Ashley Strohmeyer filling in for Carly Shofkus.
And I'm Todd Pyro. Let's bring in Fox News senior correspondent Benjamin Hall to react, give us the latest information. And Benjamin, look, we've been talking about Starmer resigning for months now. Then it seemed to go away, at least here in the States, for a couple of months. What happened in the last week that led Keir Starmer to officially
There you go, Dan. Dan said that man belongs in prison. Why is that? Remember who else got right out before him? Who he gave a job, who had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, and who else? Yeah, that's right, you guys. You know who I'm talking about? Prince who? Yeah, a whole lot of chain reactions started off with this guy here.
resign?
Yes, I mean, look, everyone knew it was coming at some point. The question was when. And what happened in the last week specifically is this other Labour candidate called Andy Byrne.
It's okay, Kendra. They don't like us. They just want to watch us. We got 402 people watching. We only got 156 likes. We're not going to beg for likes. If they don't want to like us, it's all good. But you know what we could do? Give me all the money in your pockets right now. Because if you... Let me stop, right? That's my version of macho madness. Well, you know Mean Gene? That's kind of like my mix with Macho Man and the Hulk, by the way. To tell you the truth, those were two of my favorite WWF wrestlers. Got to be honest with you. I don't pay attention to the stuff that happened. Now, I know what you guys are talking about. But what I would appreciate you guys to do, if you're appreciating the show, Kendra's not going to stop until you guys get those likes up. I do want to understand why you guys are being so stingy. I mean, it ain't like you're tipping with any dough. I mean, it's not like you're giving up any money. I don't want to play you guys, nothing like that, but it is true. It's actually free. When I think of these moments, I say to myself, Jim, I just don't have the power. I can't pick up the phone. I just can't tap it twice, Jim. You know what I'm saying? I try to make a joke out of it because at least they still watching. So let me keep on doing what I got to do to keep them entertained so that maybe they'll think about hitting that like button. It's not even a button. All you got to do is tap your own screen 2 times. Let's keep on going because now we got Liberty over there that's saying we are not your average news platform. Our bottom line is about figuring out the facts and truth of today's hot topics. All political parties are welcome. Come discuss current news with a real view. Everybody, if you're a mod, not trying to be funny and call you guys out, when Liberty's not around, that's what I need. That keeps the ball in the air. Do what she does. Mods, family members. That's why we love her, because she keeps me inspired. Casey does too. Not like you guys don't. I like when you guys pop out of nowhere and say stuff. I saw you the other day, a couple of people saying stuff and making sure that you guys were there. That lets me know that you guys are standing there with me. Like when it's sometimes just me and Sam, sometimes it's just myself and Batty. We appreciate that, you guys. Don't think that we don't look out for you guys too and appreciate you guys too. We got the best mods on YouTube. I look at you guys like I'm thankful that you guys actually want to do it, to be honest with you. So hey, don't think that I don't appreciate you if you know if you know what I know. I want to get big stuff going on for you. Let's do something for that person. Let's do something for that person. I got to get something first in order to give it to you. So that's why I work so hard. So I got to be that anchor, that seed. That's what I keep on telling you guys. I got to be that seed, and everything else has to be the water. Everything else has to fortify, and we got to be there and pray for that sun and that rain. That's what we do over here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And yes, appreciate you guys like no other. Because now we got to get down to shifty, low down, gritty, and grimy. One day I'ma rule the world. Spot my word. Got the filthiest mouth human is ever heard. And even if you wash my mouth out with soap, I still be as disgusting and despicable. That was my boy Sticky Fingers right there. And that was a song called Shifty. Low down, gritty, and grimy by a group called Onyx. Let's keep on moving right now because you know I use that song for only one person, Shifty Adam Schiff, who's also being urged to resign immediately after some bombshell allegations have come in that revealed, I don't know about him resigning because this is probably the second time that something came in with Shifty Adam Schiff. But I'll be honest with you guys, I do think that he does need to resign. This is like the second or third time that Shifty Schiff has been caught doing something, as far as I know.
Has told the FBI that then Congressman Adam Schiff approved leaking classified information in order to discredit President Trump. The White House is giving its first reaction. The president has already said he wants to see Adam Schiff held accountable for the countless lies he told the American people in relation to the Russiagate scandal. I have a quote from the FBI director. For years, certain officials used their positions to selectively leak classified information to shape political narratives. It was all done with one purpose: to weaponize intelligence and law enforcement for political gain. Those abuses eroded public trust in our institutions. The FBI will now lead the charge with our partners at DOJ and Congress. Iowa Congresswoman Marionette Miller Meeks joins me now to react. Congresswoman, good morning to you. If true, how serious of an offense is this, and what can be done?
Well, it certainly is very serious, and Shifty Adam Schiff has justified his name that he was given. Leaking classified information, as you know, is a serious offense, and it will be up to the Oversight Committee, Judiciary Committee, in order to handle this. But this is a very serious allegation.
I got to ask you guys right now, because we're going to have a divided forum on this. I want to know how many of you guys believe this and how many of you guys think it's fake news. If you guys believe it, let me go ahead and get a thumbs up right now. You believe that Adam Schiff is capable, actually did something like this, and you believe in what they're reporting right now. I want to know what you guys have to say, because your opinion counts. Let me get a thumbs up, and whatever you guys say, I'm going to read that as well. If you do not believe that Adam Schiff has done anything wrong, let's get a thumbs down. That means that you do not believe that Adam Schiff has done anything incorrect, and I'll read it along to whatever else you've got there. So again, if you believe the report saying that he possibly did something, thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. She even called him by his name. Put that TF away. What else you got over there? Thumbs down. Now you know why that you're never seeing UFO flying. Oh, now I got to stay on topic, you guys. Let's go. Only on topic. Thumbs up. She's the beast. Thumbs up. He's the scum. Okay. OGs. Fire Adam Schiff. BWC. Broken wristed clip. He's feminine. Ooh, okay, let's keep on going. Adam is lower than whale crap. Jesus Christ. All the league is the Shifty Schiff, his ass in prison. Okay, no comment. Okay, this is nothing bad. A paid cover up. I was waiting for people like that, because I like to see different comments in the chat. That's right. Jail waiting for her. No, you're talking about Shifty Schiff. We're talking about the man. Let's keep on going forward, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's go. He's worthless. Okay, let's see. Oh, you're talking about her. Okay.
I've asked for Senator Schiff to resign. He should resign immediately.
Well, a Democrat staffer is the whistleblower. He was a Democrat staffer on the House Intel Committee for 12 years. And on top of claiming that Adam Schiff approved leaking classified information, this person also said Ranking Member Schiff was particularly upset, as he had believed he would have been appointed as the director of the CIA had candidate Hillary Clinton won the election. What do you make
So he was peed off about not getting that position.
of those details?
Well, remember that we were upset with Adam Schiff being put on Intel and kept on Intel. We thought he should have left Intel, been off of Intel when this was suspected earlier before. Would also.
I'm sorry for you, Nubia. I feel sad for you right now. Another person that's so concerned about the networks, you guys. Oh my God, we should pray for her. Nubia, this prayer is going out for you. So sad when people get caught in rabbit holes and worry about the network instead of looking at what the mission is. Like if somebody screams fire, you don't go look. Okay, let's pray for her that she goes to look and see if there's a fire, even if there's not one. We want to make sure. And then we make our own assessments like us human beings do. So we're praying for you, Nubia. We're praying for you. Real talk. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because I'm about to show you guys something that's worse than layaway. I'm talking about worse than layaway. You know how your mom used to go be like, I want to put $15 on my layaway for my Christmas stuff. You'd be like, oh my God, how much more money you got to pay for this layaway stuff, Ma? But then again, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When she did give you them Christmas gifts, it was worth it after all of that time, wasn't it? But you know how sometimes people bite off more than they can chew? My mom was a little bit like that. She was the kind that says, I got $1,000. Next day, I got 600. 2 days later, I still got 300. What do you mean you still got? Don't you hear those numbers going down, Ma? So all of us, even my mom included, we weren't all good with math, saving, and learning how to deal with monetary. That's why people now, as we've learned technology and our age and our time, we all say now we should have learned how to save monetary. We should have been learning how to invest. We should have been learning how to do all of this other stuff, because actually, we learn from our mistakes, but now that we're at the point that we're at, we start to realize we didn't learn those things back in the day. And if you're good with money, bravo to you. Because a lot of people aren't, and there's a lot of people that come into money and they spend it all, and you're wondering, oh, how did you do that? Because they're not used to having it. People don't understand that. You got to understand, you got to be able to maintain that dough. It's not just about having it, it's about how you're going to maintain it to keep it. That's why millionaires are worried about being what? Thousandaires. That's why they keep trying to work and keep on going. Let's keep on going, you guys, because this is what I'm talking about here. It's worse than layaway. In advance, as a financial expert, it's about to warn people about the dangers of buy now and pay later. How many of you guys got that going on right now where you're buying something now and paying later? I'm starting to get that option too on PayPal and many different places. We being honest over here, Jordan. Look at that. I'm not good with money. Yes, I've seen many people burn out and having money, thousands for life. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to say. It's not even about now. Preservation is a good try, Casey. But the trick is this, and we learned this from real good investors. You have to make your money work for you in order to keep making money. Because no matter what, when you buy something, now you got to maintain that damn thing. You know what I'm saying, bro? I buy a boat, now I got to maintain the boat. I buy a Benz, I got to maintain the Benz. The bigger my house, the more maintenance. You feel me? So now it's like I got to work in order to maintain all that. You feel me? So that's why I'm talking about layaway and things like that right now, because we remember that, and that's somewhere that we can understand on the level playing field. But when it comes down to these financial institutes, they don't care about all of that. They just want your money, and they don't care who you owe. Let's get into this situation right here real quick.
18 right now, buy now, pay later. It's payment option that lets shoppers split purchases into smaller installments.
As costs continue to rise, more families are using these services to stretch their budgets. But as investigative reporter Mazda Saidi shows us, missed payments could lead to fees and in some cases hurt your credit.
Yeah, so now it's not just increased fees when you do that buy now, pay later. Now it's another way for it to hurt your credit. It could help your credit as well, but it could hurt your credit. So think about this. You already got credit. You're already paying for stuff. Now you do another buy now, pay later. Where are you getting this mystery money from?
People are obviously under economic stress. These are becoming so much more widespread. Buy now, pay later, or BNPL, is a fast-growing way to shop. The most common version, pay in 4. The shopper pays the first 25% at checkout, then makes the remaining 3 payments the following weeks. Financial analyst Michael Gunther tracks spending using data from 40 million credit and debit cards. His research shows BNPL use more than doubled in the last 5 years.
I like that 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy, because you're making a lot of sense. Not making money by paying interest on purchases. Layaway is better than credit cards. So my question is this, Lisa, where are they doing layaway now? If they are, that's fantastic. But it seems as if a lot of companies have started pulling away from doing layaway. Is that because they don't want to be responsible for the stuff on the shelves and things like that? But I do notice a lot of companies that's pulling away from layaway. Is that because they can't make more money off of you? I'm just asking that question, but that was a great observation.
He says the most frequent users are renters and families with children, and they're using multiple BNPLs. The instance of people using more than one, and in some cases 2 or 3 or more, has risen substantially. So it's simple, it's easy to access. The process is called stacking. Lorelei Salas, formerly with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, says that's where you could run into trouble. Many BNPLs are advertised as interest-free, but if you miss a payment, you could face late fees. Buy one thing and then don't miss it again until you finish paying. Because the problem is that it's on you to keep track of all those payments.
Check this out, $4,000 in debt to Burger King is crazy work. Who the hell got $4,000 in debt to Burger King? Well, y'all better get with the king or something like that. Start giving up some cooch or whatever. I don't know who, I don't know who over there messing around. You eating that much Burger King?
In the due dates. Salas says, well, it can be a useful budgeting tool. Treating it like free money can quickly become an expensive mistake.
Experts say more and more BNPLs are reporting to credit bureaus, meaning your payment history could follow you. Make your payments on time and your credit score could improve.
Yeah, how many burgers they ate over there, Feifei? For real? Hold on a minute, because Yolanda just said late fees rack up fast over time. Yes, they do. You know that other thing that I'm going to tell you guys not to do? What's that other thing when they tell you that you can get an advance on your check? Or that title loan thing, please do not do that. Don't get no advances on your check, and do not do any title loans. Because as soon as you get the advance on your check, they're going to take the money back plus profit. Hold out. Go pick up some cans. Man, listen, you better do something on them off days. You better, if you got off days, you better use them a different way. That's how I used to be. I never had no off days. If I work Monday through Friday, I'll hustle on Saturday and Sunday for myself. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of stuff to make some extra money. That's how I always did it. And after a while, my weekends became my main days. I started cleaning buildings. I got 2, 3 buildings, 4 buildings, 5 buildings. Next thing you know, hold on, if I get a couple more buildings, I don't gotta do this job no more, hear from this dude no more. I'm doing that. You feel what I'm saying? You make your hobby your main job. Find a way to do it. Not trying to say everybody can do it, but try to fight your way out of that. Because if there's a will, there's a way. And if you concentrate positively, ain't no way that they're going to be able to stop you. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's right. I think that was a really good topic right there, because serious situations come up when it comes down to our dough, and we're talking about our money. No coupons, no stopping, no nothing. Better cop that APSTEIN. No, but I do think coupons are really good too. I'm not going to lie to you guys. When you go food shopping, I do think that you should try to use as many as many food coupons as you can, especially when it comes down to these supermarkets and cutting corners. My question is this: what are they doing? Are they still doing coupons? That's another question, because that's another thing I haven't seen a lot of. Not much layaway and not many coupons. They'll have a circular, but not the coupons. Oh, we don't have nothing for you to clip out of. Oh, we'll take them digital. Oh yeah, we will, to get a couple of bucks up off this food. You guys, let me ask you another question. Anybody used to do that coupon clipping and make a lot of money off of that? Is that possible to still do? I'm asking all types of random questions because these are real things that I want to know. Can you still make a lot and do really good off of that coupon clipping thing? All of this information I'm asking, I want to know about, and I'm sure that you guys would like to find out as well. Let's keep on moving forward now. We got to get on over to Carl Higbee as he asked the Palm Beach Pete if he's Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, you know he wasn't going to get away with this one, right? Palm Beach Pete asking him a question. I want to see this guy as much as possible to see if he has any remnants to what Jeffrey looks like.
For election in Palm Beach, right? Well, rarely it doesn't really actually ever make headlines, but this year it's different. Why? Because Peter Seibel is running for the position in 2028. And if you
Okay, we still get coupons in the mail, but you have to sign up to get them in the mail. Okay, I wanted to know that. You need to connect to your address for Ralph's and Kroger and East Coast physical coupons. Okay, a big cut corner, get a monthly supply of emergency container food. I used to watch coupon clipping ladies, lots of work, but good, supposed. They used to do their thing. Remember that? Those coupon ladies used to get busy. They used to be like, now watch me break it down. You used to go to the register and be like, yo, how did she do that? How did all this food come up out of there that cheap? That's what I'm talking about. If they was able to still do that now, they need to teach us all.
don't know who he is, he's better known online as Palm Beach Pete, the Florida man who has gone absolutely viral on social media for being a doppelganger for Jeffrey Epstein. So much so that his TikTok handle is not Jeffrey Epstein, but his resemblance leaves a lot of questions. Let's find out, shall we? Palm Beach Pete is running for mayor in Palm Beach. All right, sir, are you Jeffrey Epstein?
Absolutely not. Palm Beach Pete, living my life. And Carl, thank you for having me on the show. Much appreciated.
No, I appreciate it. It's just like, dude, you look exactly like him. I mean, like, how do you drive around Palm Beach and not just lose your mind?
Okay, I don't think I look exactly like him, but I think I have a very strong resemblance. And I drive around. I was aware of the fact that I did look like him before he was in jail and when he was living in New York. I look like him.
Yeah.
But I drive around, and my feedback is people just are so nice and friendly. We love your content, Palm Beach Pete. Keep it going. We think you're terrific. So it's good.
Okay.
Embrace the Palm Beach Pete.
It is really funny. When I saw, I was like, we got to get this guy on. All right, so some of the things. No, I'm like, and I'm not trying to make a mockery.
I gotta say that because I'm in there. It says somebody said Palm Beach Pete. Mike says Palm Beach Pete sounds like the broken wristed enthusiast.
Of your campaign, but you've done some things that are
You get it? Palm Beach Pete.
clearly for fun and some things that are clearly serious. Some of the things you've done, you're saying free Botox for everyone, a water pipeline. By the way, I support this one, a water pipeline from New York, because the quality of the dough in the pizza in New York is because of the water. All right, so you want the water pipeline. You're talking about free convertibles. How are you going to pay for this stuff, man?
We'll figure it out. I have a great team behind me. And Miami gets all the notoriety as the cool, hip place. We want to make Palm Beach young and cool and have people come down. Look what's happening in West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
It's incredible. All the financial service firms are moving there. All the young, smart kids are moving there.
Free Botox, free convertibles, a pipeline coming in from New York because the water's better for pizza down there.
Down there, the talent's moving down there. So let Palm Beach get some notoriety as well too. Not that it doesn't, but we could get it some more.
But like,
He's killing it. He still got merch. He's killing it right now. This dude is getting paid.
when you say like free Botox for all, like you're obviously kidding, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just wanted to clear that up.
But, Carl, if I wasn't kidding, they'd be running to the doctors for that free Botox in a New York minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because look like you got some on your cheeks too. To me, I would say that he looks like him, he favors him. But if we really want to look at the guy, yeah, he just favors him and has like that big long head, big forehead. If you look at Jeffrey right there, that kind of looks looks like him, but not exactly. Let's keep on going forward, you guys, because yes, he is running for mayor. His name is Paul Sibel. That's right. He's going to be running for mayor, and they call him Palm Beach Pete. Let's get on over to Massachusetts right now, you guys. We got a report that's coming in of illegal immigrants that's using Americans' information to obtain food stamps. That's right. So we got illegal immigrants locked up, and I don't know if they're getting out. Watch your head. Y'all already know what the deal is with this one. Let's go. Got a situation over in Massachusetts where reports coming in, told you guys over here, they stealing people's identities in order to get food stamps, medical benefits, and now the DOJ has been cracking down on illegal Massachusetts benefit fraud schemes. Come on, Massachusetts, let's see what's going on with this situation. Let's get it.
The Trump administration is cracking down on benefit fraud across the country, now announcing a new round of charges in Massachusetts.
Watch your head.
Joins us with all of the details. Good to see you, Connor.
How dare you? First you come over here and illegally, then you stealing people's identification to get money and to get medical. I'm talking about a massive slap to the face. These probably the same people that they're saying, you know what? They got over here, they're taking care of their kids. Why can't they vote? Same people, huh?
White House fraud task force say they have arrested 15 people responsible for more than $1 million worth of fraud. And get this, 11 of them were illegal immigrants stealing the identities of U.S. citizens, blocking them out of some crucial programs. Take a listen.
American citizens were boxed out of these programs because illegal aliens took their names to then take their money, or more accurately, your money, the American taxpayers' money.
So they just came up. So not only that, this is how I looked at it, you guys, and y'all could call me whatever you want. But anytime I saw those convoys back a couple of years ago, I had to turn the TV off or just put it down. It really made me feel like I was just being straight slapped in my face. Like, yeah, we coming over there. Or this how it made me feel. Like they was walking over the border doing this. And then when I was working downtown. I had this big co-op building. I used to see all of them get off the buses and go inside the real big buildings and the big hotels that they was keeping them in. You guys remember when Mayor Adams was using all of our money to pay for the illegals to be living in all of these expensive hotels because they didn't have anywhere to keep them, right? So now when I would walk by those hotels, I don't care if you don't believe me, get my bags. I'm telling you right now. I would walk by those hotels and the guys would be out there with the strollers. And I'd be like, yo, why the guy got the stroller and the lady over there? So the lady looking at you all like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to be all enticing in front of 34th Street in front of the Penn Hotel. I'm like, what? And then, yo, you want to take her? You know what I'm saying? Have a good time. I'm like, what are you talking about? I got on the blue super uniform, straight up and down, looking like the super. Like, what are you talking about? Meanwhile, he got the hotel room upstairs. They was like, yo, go ahead and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Come down and look out for me. Meanwhile, he wanted to be downstairs. That was the first time I saw it. Then I'm leaving to go to work the next day, and I see veterans outside. You could just tell these guys were veterans. He had the shopping cart. He had like the flag on there and everything, and it said U.S. vet or whatever. So he was sitting by his cart and everything. And I saw that sight of them going inside the Penn Hotel, doing whatever they wanted to do, while the homeless guy was there, and they was arguing with him. Oh, up you, we gonna do what we gotta do. We gonna get, yeah, they was like really playing this, man. I was peed off about it. I gave him a tip. So all of the people that got a problem with me and how I feel about illegal immigrants and stuff like that, you wasn't here, you wasn't in New York and saw what was happening, seeing all of the homeless people getting looked over and seeing all of the bad things that they had to deal with, as well as the men that were trying to PIMP their wives. So I don't care about what y'all feel about how I do my ice, baby. Get them. I'm serious about that. Get them all the HELL double hockey sticks up out of here. Call me what you want. And I'm not a Republican. How about that? Not a Democrat either. I just wonder, I think we need less people because we got too many damn people here already. New York was already too full, had too many people. You used to be able to walk on the other side of the street to get away from a crowd. Now you're walking into another crowd. Now there's nowhere to go. You got all of these DoorDash drivers and all of that, all of these mopeds everywhere. We living in the real deal and still feeling it. And because of the fact that they're protected here, it's going to be a long time before we can get over it. And if they do another wave in 2 more years where something happens and those floodgates come open, we really in trouble. Because don't think that we might not have another opportunity where that could happen again, and it will be worse. So I keep on telling you guys about it. It don't matter if it's Trump, whoever the president is. Those are the things that I'm concerned about, the border and things of that nature. Because if we don't have the room, we can't do it, is my observation. When that air tank come down in the air in the plane, they tell you to put your mask on. Then you take care of the person next to you. They don't tell you to split the air. Like, come on over here. Your head and my head. That's what we're doing right now. We're splitting the air. I need to take care of myself in order to take care of you. And right now, we splitting the air. We ain't got it. Take your ass back home. Do what you got to do over there. All that opportunity stuff sound cool. I can't help you out. Where we at with it right now? And call me what you want. This is our bottom line. This is how I feel. You guys don't got to feel the same way. Let's go.
Illegal immigration carries real and substantial costs to American taxpayers.
The task force says some of these cases were uncovered after Americans went to apply for benefits and were denied, not only because someone had already used their identity in these programs, but also used their identities to commit crimes. The fraud offenses ranged from $4,000 to $500,000. Suspects allegedly scammed SNAP benefits, disability, and Social Security programs. Federal prosecutors criticized state leaders like Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey for not doing enough to prevent these crimes from happening in the first place.
Until they can actually verify that a person who is coming in and saying who they are is the actual truth, then I think the buck is going to continue to stop with her.
And we did reach out to the governor's office, but did not hear back right away. DOJ fraud czar Colin McDonald is saying they're going to announce more major fraud cases next week. Thousands of people each year fall victim to these types of crimes.
So now they got their identity stolen, they got their benefits taken from them, and on top of that, they got a case with their name on it that they got to deal with. If they ever got locked up with that person's name, now you got a felony or a warrant that you don't even know about. Now, but no, Boogotti, you wrong for that. Be fair to people. Everybody should be able to come to the country and be free. Sounding all stupid like that. Get over here the right way and earn it. Come on with all that BS, you guys. Stop it. Don't do that. Listen, all of that. Oh, everybody should be able to come and all of that. You're right about that. How about come the right way? Do the paperwork the way that the other people did it. Earn the right to be here so it can actually flow the right way. All of that trying to step over people. How about those people? How about those people that waited years to bust their butt to really earn their citizenship, that really go to work and do what they got to do, that are model citizens and model people to whatever their race or religion is? How about we talk about those people? Because you're stepping over them too. How about that? The people that really did what they had to do to get here. How about that? They don't like it. I guarantee you that. I bet you they agree with me. Let's get on over to the UK right now because we got some scary footage from inside this train car after it moshed up in the UK, left 100 people injured. You talking about neck and my back? Man, listen, I would have been like, my neck and my back. But I'll settle out right now for $50 and some envelopes. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I know it's not funny, but we got to try to shed some light on some of these situations sometimes. Let's get on over to the UK to see what's going on with this crash that happened. I want to pray for the people in this, and I'm just happy that no one lost their lives. Let's go. Graphic footage warning. Again, this is scary footage from inside a train car after Edley Bedford crash in the UK that left 100 injured. Also, you got to be very careful also because you see those other tracks that's next to that train? You never know if another train gonna just come flying by like, you see what I'm saying? That's not even safe being right where they are. Now, terrifying footage of inside a passenger train shows the chaotic aftermath of an Edley collision near Bedford, England, that took the lives of the train driver and injured dozens of passengers. So the driver lost his life as well. This happened on Juneteenth when the Luton Airport Express service struck the rear of a stationary East Midlands Railway train south of Bedford. So that means that this train was stationary in one spot, just parked there in East Midlands, and the train just smashed into it, into the rear of it. Now, more than 20 ambulances, 6 air ambulances, and over 70 firefighters responded to the scene as officials declared a major incident. Investigators are examining what caused the collision, which has disrupted rail services between Bedford, London, and is being described as Britain's worst rail crash in years. Those are the two joining trains right there. That's the one that was in the back. That's the front. And as you see, they said that this one was stationary. This one slammed right into it. 89 people hurt right now. Nice train, right? But that's another thing. It could be very fast too. It could be really quick. And another thing, not good to have stationary trains in one position. The sad part about that is they could have been told by the officials, move to track such and such. And they should have been told, where to avert to or where to go, because the trains are like maps now. They've got all sorts of ways to know where the trains are. So someone should have probably known the position of those trains and saw that they were on the same track. So that's a major casualty right there. And we want to pray for every single person that was affected by this situation. I want to pray that they have 100% recovery. I like to pray for all of the families that have been affected by this as well. Let's give them strength and hope that they can help out all of their family members throughout these times of healing. And that's what they're really going to need. We ask that and pray for that today. Father God, we ask together collectively. Amen. 89 people are hurt right now, you guys. So yeah, got to be careful out there. And that right there, can't control it. Just the man upstairs. Luckily, they didn't lose their lives. Let's get on over to Michigan. We got a situation right here that you're looking at right here. You don't even know what's going on, but I love it because guess what? You guys have heard about it before and you've probably seen it where people get in contact with elderly people and they get them to take money out of their bank accounts, jewelry. They get them to take out gold coins. They get them to take all of their worldly possessions out. And they send these couriers to pick up these packages from these people. And these people think that their property is being taken to a safe place, a place to be safeguarded. when in reality it's being spent, splurged, and whatever they want to do with the money. So this is what I like to see when I see the work actually paying off on the other side for the good guys. We got an undercover deputy that is going to be standing in on a bust for $700,000 in a gold scam sting. This is just part of it. They're bringing down these people. This is what I'm going to explain to you guys right here. What we have is a woman dressed as a victim, and we have a guy over here of the, let's say, Indian descent, who's coming to pick up said package. He's drinking a nice drink, nice spritzer, while he's talking to the lady who's supposed to be handing the package over. But little does he know, that lady is a detective undercover. And all she has to do is get the trigger words for when they're ready to lock his ass up. Let's go, because I'm hoping that they're taking this man off the street and saving a lot of people from being scammed out of their life savings.
Hands up! Hands up! Get there, other hand. Yeah.
This is on May the 1st. Kent County detectives were alerted to a scam in progress. A victim was being instructed to purchase gold and give it to an agent. Detectives went undercover to locate the suspect. So, of course, this is an undercover detective. Smile if you're happy about what's about to happen, you guys. Let me see those smiles. That's right. Let's go. Let's get them. There we go. Let's go. Let's smile because we know that they about to get them. Watch your head. I wouldn't even watch his head. I just boop. Oh, my bad. How about that? That's going to be the next one we do. Boop. Oh, my bad. When it comes down to people like this. Okay, we got an undercover detective that's posing as a victim. Come on, y'all.
Yes, yes. Do I give him the box or what was the code, sir? HR what?
Oh, he said the code. He's the one.
What is your? He gave me the code.
Now, footage shows the undercover deputy posing as the victim of an alleged scam targeting an elderly Michigan woman. No heart at all. Just so you guys know, they're targeting an elderly Michigan woman, and they believe that this woman is bringing them $700,000 in gold and jewelry. They don't care, don't feel bad for them.
Is that the code? Or do I hang on to the box? I'm sorry, sir.
Now, investigators say that the woman was instructed to convert nearly $700,000 of her life savings into gold coins and hand them over to scammers.
Oh, I'm supposed to give you this. I think it's all in there, sir.
By the way, what are you drinking? That drink looks really cool and refreshing. But why is it going to wind up on her back window?
I think, sir, do you want me to give him the box?
Now, during the sting operation, an undercover deputy handed a package to the suspect before arresting him. With no more further delay, here you go.
You want me to give him the box? Or do you want me to, hold on, what would you like me to do? Okay, here. Hands up! Hands up! Oh, what? Get there, other hand. Yeah. The door!
Now, following his arrest, get your hands up! The suspect was booked into the county jail on a $100,000 bond and placed under an ICE detainer. Doom, 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 doom. Going home. Doom, 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 doom. He's asked out of here. Get him! Let's go. Going home, buddy. He's going home. Here's a full slide. Here's a full feed of the whole ordeal as it goes down. Now the suspect did get another beverage, as you can see. They're feeding them well over there, so you can't say that they're not. The suspect was lodged at the Kent County Correctional Facility. Charges were authorized by the Kent County Prosecutor's Office for Federal Fraud and for false pretenses over $100,000 and using a computer to commit a crime. Yeah, there you go. That's what we're looking for right there. There you go. There you go. Mommy, mommy. There you go. He can't even eat his meal. Normally in first 48, they bring out the Popeyes and the fries, and they be like, well, I didn't want to tell you it was Tony, but them over there on Route 47 on the second floor, you know, as soon as you go down the steps and you go to the right, apartment 2E, yeah, that's Tony and them that really did that. It wasn't me. Oh, can you pass me them fries over there? Oh, thank you so much. And can you got a little bit of ketchup to go with this? Oh, can I get a drink? They didn't even have to do that for him. They caught him first and then gave him his drink, his food, and his beverage. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That was good work. Good work, Kent County, and thank you so much for saving the elderly victim who almost lost her entire life savings. That's why these shows are very important. This is hard to watch though. Flame on! You guys know what I'm about to show you. Just a little clip, but they were by the reflecting pool yesterday, and you know we are a fair platform. So even if it's the broken wristed click, they still get their time, you guys. I'm not going to say too much because you already know what it is. It's a little hot seat right now, but I'm going to let you guys see the video and let me know what you think because they have their own opinions as well, and we got to be fair. That's right. BWC, let them say what they got to say. Let them flash and sashay. It's up to them to do what they want. They're humans too, right? So what's going on? Because in the comments it says, this is hard to watch. By the reflecting pool. That's what's going on, you guys.
Let's go! Algie, let's go! Al, let's go! Algie, let's go! Algie, let's go! Algie, let's go!
So they're rooting for the algae. As you can see, what's going on, Scooter Ginger 199? Thank you so much. Silver bracelets for the Disco Uber. Appreciate that. Everybody, appreciate that. Thank you so much, Scooter, for the super chat. Thank you so much, guys. Let's go.
Let's go, Algie! God sent the Algie! Don't play God! Don't play God! God sent the Algie! God sent the Algie! God sent the Algie!
They colored their hair the color of algae. Come on, you guys. They serious about this.
Far left liberal lesbians. Clearly the happiest, most well-adjusted people on earth. As one of my commenters said last week, scissory timbers.
I'm just going to leave that right there. I'm just going to leave that last line right there, you guys. This is our bottom line. Double tap that screen if you're appreciating the content that you're getting, because you don't really get stuff like this everywhere else, especially when we have a phenomenal dialogue with friends and family. Also, we got the #1 show host over here, Boogotti NYC, and the #1 co-host. Really hoping you guys appreciate the content going on. Algie's back. Look at Casey. Let's keep on going. We got to get on over to you know how I learned these dances? I learned them by watching you. You ever wake up in the morning, like, I don't know if you ever watch Sábado Gigante, and sometimes you might see the guys doing the dances and everything. You know, Tommy Davidson is really good at this joke, so I'm not going to try to take his joke from him, but they be out there like, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing. Hey, hey, hey. They be having their big old Mexican hat on and they be serious, or maybe the Texas hat or whatever like that, and they be doing their little salsa and everything like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And hey, man, we don't discriminate over here. We love everybody from every race, every religion, every creed, and every culture. The only thing that we care about is making sure that you get here the right way. That's all we care about. We have no discrimination. I'm going to tell you guys like that. So let me tell you something. A lot of people thought, you know, that I was of the Dominican descent because I live around them. So I used to go to all the parties. They used to invite me, and I used to play around doing the dances. But since I was good, they used to invite me. So I'd be the only dude, the only brother blending in. I'm like, yo, what's up with this guy? Like, how can he do all of this? I called it a joke, but it actually made me blend in, and I've learned some new people and found some really good people in doing that. But this is not exactly a good situation when we come down to the to the salsa con fuego. That means hot sauce, by the way. This situation is a little bit different from the Dominican Republic. It's sad because we got some people that lost their lives after a massive fire breaks out in the Wyndham resorts. Be careful with Wyndham too. They got this timeshare thing going on. Almost got me. Be careful. In the Dominican Republic, the resort, this is the sad part about it. They went out there for a vacation and the resort set on fire. And due to the fact that it was like a really warm place, I'm talking about the fire just took over so fast, you guys. So that's another thing that we hate to see. People going away for a vacation to try to, break loose and have a little bit of good time. Next thing you know, because of the resort and whatever happens or situations that occurred, a woman wound up losing her life. I think it was a 41-year-old woman from Italy. I'm sure she didn't think about going to Dominican Republic to lose her life. She went there for vacation. Sad part about it is sometimes the sad part about it is these vacations in different countries, different places, they just end up in horror sometimes. So we're definitely going to pray for the lady who lost her life. But I want you guys to see what happened in Dominican Republic. Let's go.
Updating breaking news tonight. One tourist is dead after a massive fire at a Wyndham resort in the Dominican Republic. People had to run for their lives as the flames quickly spread. Video capturing the fire torching dry thatched roofs.
Now that's the craziness because of the roofs and the way that the homes are built, they catch flames really quick. You guys see that's like hay, like some sort of I don't know what that is, but it looks highly flammable. And it seems to be why the fire spread so quickly when one person lost their lives. Let's keep on going. Shiver me timbers.
One building to another along the beach. The tourist who died has been identified as a 46-year-old woman from Italy.
Yeah, that right there. You don't want to go out there on vacation and lose your life like that, man. So that you would never think like that. You're enjoying a resort, enjoying all of the festivities and things that's going on. And because of a fire, something like that happens. Sad situation. And somebody in the comments says that the Dominican Republic can be heaven and hell, depending on where you go and what you're dealing with. You guys got to be careful out there too. All of you bus drivers and postal workers and all of those guys that go out there. And I just met Josenia. What you talking about, Josenia? She loves me. What do you mean she loves you? I think I'm gonna send for her. Yeah, man, I know a couple of people. No disrespect to my buddy Corby. Yeah, or my other buddy Emmanuel. Wound up bringing some women back. Thought that they was gonna be all this love. And once they got them papers, they was like, they'll be waiting for you. Got up out of there. So yeah, sometimes it's not about the corazon. Sometimes it's about getting over here too. So be careful, fellas. Don't get caught up out there. All y'all bus drivers and y'all, what they call them, passport brothers. Be careful when you go out there. Marilyn says she loves me. She's got a baby by me. Oh yeah, she do. You sure it ain't by the other guy that was here last month? Because that's how they do it. They got your own rotation. Everybody send a couple of months, a little bit of money every month, and everybody think that that's their girlfriend. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's how it go down over there. Let's get on over to San Antonio, where a mother and daughter got accused of acting like MOP. That's right, you guys. I'm talking about mash out posse. I didn't even know that these women had it in them. I think that they was trying to get back at some Knicks fans, huh? Let's get on over there in San Antonio, where a mother and daughter are accused of what? Boop bat, boop bat. Some NBA Finals fans. I don't know. Maybe they was trying to show out, like, you know what? Y'all beat up our people in New York. We're gonna give y'all HELL when you come out to San Antonio. So yeah, we know the game is over, and it's already won. But what basically happened with this situation here, with this mother and daughter did this situation? Wait a minute, let's put that back down there. Oh, do we have it? Do we have it? Do we have it? There we go, right there. Let's go.
Well, two women in jail accused of targeting New York Knicks fans after Game 5 of the NBA Finals. According to arrest records, the suspects also stole $600 worth of merchandise that the victims got at the game. San Antonio police arrested Destiny Converse on Monday. She's now facing aggravated robbery, a first-degree felony, plus an additional robbery charge.
How you got a name like Converse and you ain't got no dough? You out here robbing people. How she get a name like Converse? That's pretty interesting.
Police also arrested Maria Victoria Gomez on Wednesday on those same charges. She was booked into the Bexar County Jail on Thursday.
According to arrest records, bystanders recorded the victims being assaulted by the suspects, as well as their Knicks hats being stolen. The video also shows Converse allegedly punching both victims in the head.
So they was getting back, like they were like, all right, y'all gonna tear up our people when they go to New York, we gonna give y'all hell out here. I can't get mad at them.
Both women can be seen in that same
Look at that chicken on biscuits. Thank you for the 5 on it. Said those eyelashes cost money.
video getting into a car and taking off. San Antonio police say in a statement, in part, quote, "This is a reminder that violent behavior towards anyone is unacceptable and does not reflect the values of our community or the spirit of San Antonio."
All right. All right, we got to do this out here. I'm not going to do the funny style stuff no more. I'm just going to get right into it because I don't think that this is funny at all. Yeah, we got a couple of these incidents that's popping up with people that's traveling out of the country. You guys, it's summertime. You guys got to be really careful. I'm not just making jokes about these stories. I really want you guys to pay attention. The way that I dress would make people think, oh, this guy's got some money, or he's always wearing suits, he's whatever, especially to somebody that don't know me. Now, jewelry and things like that, it's more of an enticement. I heard from a Jamaican friend of mine, if you was to go to my country with that, they would take your whole arm off. They would take your whole wrist off. I'm like, what, for real? He said, yes, they would, because they would know what they can get for it. Same thing that happened to a Spanish person that told me about the Dominican Republic. So what I'm trying to warn us of is the obvious. We already know about it, but sometimes you have to be reminded by friends and family. If you travel, I would rather you can leave that home. You can leave this home. You don't got to bring all of that stuff with you. You don't have to. You might want to be in it in pictures and things like that, but you don't necessarily have to. Even your clothes can make you a victim. I got to show you guys this. And yes, I got to just make it a public service announcement. It is another video with the BWC, but it doesn't matter that point. My point in the whole video is flashiness, understanding that other people look at you like you may have money, and in other countries you do look like you're attractive. And if you got a couple of shirts, like your shirt on that says certain thing, they even want your shirt sometimes. You never know what happens when you go to these countries and these third world places. Please be careful. We have a couple who has been missing for a while. Now they've been found because they basically are no longer alive. They went to Mexico. They're a Chicago couple that were found no longer alive in Mexico. Still deserve the respect that we give them because they're human beings, even though, of course, like I said, that they are gay and they're a couple. Sad part about it is they're no longer alive. When they went to Mexico, they dressed flashy. They had money, and even when they found out afterward that they were no longer alive, they were finding out that monetary was being taken out of their bank accounts after they were unalive. So it doesn't matter about what a person's sexual, whatever their preference is, and this just want to show some respect to people as well as let us know we got to be careful when we go out of the country because you're looked at like you're rich, believe it or not. Yeah, that Gucci shirt, though, even if it's fake, let me get that. They want it. Be careful out there, you guys. All of these countries, they're looking for people like that. There's organizations and groups that come out and try to pickpocket and steal from people.
Melania and Guillermo Ortiz vanished May 20th after reportedly leaving their home near Mexico City to buy a chairlift for Melania's ailing mother. Friends described them as extremely kind and trusting of others. Mexican authorities released missing person flyers for the couple who lived in Chicago and Oak Park for decades and moved to Mexico last fall.
He wanted to show his husband how beautiful Mexico is, right? So they were going everywhere, dressing very glamorous.
You ain't bothering nobody, you know what I'm saying? This is like right here, you get the pass, bro. Like, you leave these people alone. Certain people that's out there crazy, whatever, like that. They're a couple. They're not lying to nobody, trying to mess with nobody, whatever, like that. That's the sad part about this. They found each other, they doing what they do. You get what I'm saying with this? Not like every other situation that we got going on out here. So yeah, pretty tragic situation here. They went out there to try to, move and get a better life. They found each other. Let them do what they want to do.
Even though we told them, to be safe,
Maggie Reynoso owns Pilsen Vintage and used to style Guillermo, but says they quickly became friends. She took these pictures of him inside her shop and video of him walking a fashion show outside the store.
We call this look Rosero.
He didn't know what, like he's not a person that would like think that anybody will do any harm. If somebody who did this to him doesn't have a heart.
After missing for weeks, Reynoso says friends and family were notified that their bodies were found and several arrests were made. Reynoso says suspicious bank activity and withdrawals were made to both of their accounts.
That was horrible because in Mexico, so many people go missing every day.
Families with loved ones among Mexico's more than 130,000 missing people protested outside the start of the World Cup to call out what they say is a lack of government action.
I know that, because they were American citizens, they found them.
Now, as friends and family mourn the loss of both men, they're pushing for answers and accountability.
Yeah, y'all, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it no matter what. That's right. We're gonna show some respect to the men that were in a couple relationship. They doing their own thing. They was out there together, not messing with nobody. I don't care about their number sexual preference right now. Dead wrong what happened out there. And yes, probably because they're American citizens, they will get a little bit of the message out. And hopefully through that, it'll help out other people as well in finding out what's going on. We do understand that these are probably organizations, different GANG members and things of that nature that basically source their monetary by doing criminal acts and things like that. You guys, be very careful when you're going to these third world countries. I understand it might be cheaper. You may be able to do many things that you can't do over here, but also their laws are much different and their investigations are much different than ours over here. And money goes a long way in different aspects over there. Be very careful going to these other countries, whatever you're doing. Amen. Let's get on over there and keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. I used to work in the fashion industry for a very long time. My motto was, as long as you're respectful and you keep that over there, I have no problems with you. I might make jokes and come up with the BWC and all of that, but I really do actually have friends that are actually gay, bi and all of that. And they know Bugatti just don't rock like that, but he a cool dude. You feel me? That's all I'm trying to say. Y'all go do that while I do what I do, and everybody can live their merry lives. But when others try to infect or push their mission statements on children and minors, that's when I have a problem with it. Also invasions of private places as well, such as bathrooms. So that's my opinion on that. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got a situation where bystanders rush to subdue a Boston. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, this is that car that hit that woman. Oh man, let's get on over to Boston to try to help out with this situation where this woman who was hit by a car actually lost her life. Let's get on over and see what's going on with this Boston situation here. Let me get some clarification here. Let's see what we got here. Suspect arrest. Oh no, we got another. This is not Boston. This is Dallas. This is Dallas. Oh man. Relationships. You got some couples sometimes that always argue. They always fight. Sometimes they always get into it. My mom told me, I told you guys yesterday, and then anytime you feel like you got to put your hands on a woman, get away from there. This guy didn't take that advice, or maybe he didn't know. Check this situation out we got over here in Dallas. We got a woman who's no longer alive, and she was found inside of a freezer. Let's keep on moving, you guys. Let's go. We got a suspect that's been arrested after a Dallas woman's body's been found in a freezer. Now, he does have a roommate, and the roommate did walk by the room and saw her laying on the ground. And when he was like, "What's going on?" he was yelled at, "Get away from my room," and he slammed the door. Well, days later, they come to find out that he unalived his girlfriend and put her in a freezer and hid her in the room. Let's keep on moving forward to see what's going on in Dallas, you guys.
A woman whose body was found in a freezer in Oak Cliff.
Police arrested 51-year-old Kendrick Brown last week. Fox 4's Sean Grabb has the details from newly released court documents. Sean.
Yeah, an arrest affidavit details a volatile and violent relationship between Kendrick Brown and victim Mariah Murray, where
One of those relationships where they always arguing, always fighting, always screaming and threatening each other with weapons. Well, yeah, it got to its peak and she got unalived.
both reportedly at times threatened the other with knives. This house at 1410 Georgia Avenue in Oak Cliff is boarded up and fenced in to keep people who don't belong out. But before, open to the public, came and went day and night, where Mariah Murray was murdered, her dead body stuffed and frozen in a freezer that was in the master bedroom. All of these people around her Somebody know who did it. Somebody seen her. They know who did it. Many somebodies did and told police it was this man, Kendrick Brown. He's now charged with murder sometime between May 4th and May 10th. The arrest affidavit tells the story. May 10th, a neighbor witness called 911 reporting a lot of people were leaving a vacant residence and saying there was a body in a freezer. Officers located a white freezer in the master bedroom, which contained an unknown deceased black female. The Dallas County Medical Examiner took the working freezer with the frozen corpse to its offices so the body could thaw out before autopsy. That body would be Mariah Murray, homicide victim from multiple stab wounds, including a stab wound above her right eye that penetrated her brain. The affidavit continues. There was blood on the carpet and walls in the master bedroom. A large K-bar military-style knife with a brown handle was located behind the drywall down a hole in the living room wall. They definitely probably were partners in D-Rug use as well. D-Rug usage, because there are claims that she stole some of his D-Rugs. That knife had been wrapped in a cloth and a towel. Kendrick Brown told police he did not know anything about the master bedroom and that he didn't know anything about a freezer in that room. But police say videos on his cell phone showed he was in a relationship with the victim, that he'd been in that bedroom many times. And videos also showed the two arguing. More than a month after the murder in the home, police talked to a witness who lived in the house when it happened. Detectives had that real-time conversation through the Sorensen video relay, a video call with an American Sign Language interpreter because the witness is deaf or hearing challenged. That witness told homicide detectives they were always in physical altercations and would threaten each other with knives. That kind of relationship is never good, you guys. Pulling up, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna do this. You guys, male and female, get out of relationships like that because you could slip up and make a mistake and it'd be bad. Don't stay in relationships like that, playing around with any sort of weapons. And then 3 days before Murray's body was found, she observed Murray lying on the floor of the closet just inside the master bedroom. At which point, suspect Kendrick Brown saw him, yelled at him, and shut the door. That witness says Brown never let him in the master bedroom where that freezer was located again, and he never saw Mariah Murray after that time. Yeah, you guys, that's crazy right there. We got the earlier charges. You guys just double tap that screen and get those likes up. I'd like to pray for Mariah Murray. And yes, sometimes we do get the bad stories in the beginning. Things like that happen. We go all around the world to try to find the top leading stories from different countries, different states, and different areas. Some of these stories are very important that we feel like need to have a light shed on them. That's why we share them. Some of the stories don't make it to the cut. Some of them do. But a lot of the ones that do, they have a merit and a reason to us because there's a message behind a lot of these stories. If you're in a relationship and you think that something like this could possibly happen, we don't want that to happen to you. We try to show you by example before something like that can actually happen. Even though it may seem rough, it may seem terrible, we rather you guys see this happening before you wind up being involved in it, especially other things that have to do with children. Why do we show that? Because a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to snitch. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Guess what? You're probably the only help that that child is going to ever get. So yeah, we like to show those stories as well. Educational as well as news, as well as trending topics. We like to learn from our situations here and try to better each other. It's a lot going on over here besides just the obvious. So yes, we want to pray for the woman who lost her life. We want to hope that anybody who was involved in this tragedy can get through it with much more strength and much more ability, and that God can please look out for us as much as He possibly can in areas that any way that you can, God, because we love you. Amen. We don't only pray for the good. We don't only pray for the bad over here. We also pray for the good deeds. Like if someone actually makes it out of a bad situation or makes it somewhere, we also look at the good deeds well, because we don't always just want to be praying for sadness and things like that. You also got to let the Lord know that we appreciate the good things in that time that you did look out, and those times that we do know that you stepped in and had our backs, which is most of the time, like how we woke up this morning. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. What do I got for you coming up next? Let's see what's down here. Let me get that and let me see. Comedian. Ha ha. We talked about him yesterday. The Mind of Mencia. Locked up and he's looking at 10 years. That's right, you guys. Carlos Mencia. He's been arrested. Let's see what's going on with this. Carlos Mencia pleads not guilty to felony
tax evasion. I'm not talking about a little bit of money here. And you know how Uncle Sam is. They just like these dudes. You know what I'm saying? You guys give me 10 bucks, they take 3. You feel what I'm saying? They got to get their cut. That's how it goes down when big brother's on board. So yeah, looks like the mind of Mencia got him going cuckoo because he's in holding right now. And it looks like he's not going to get out until he puts some bail money up. Check this out.
Comedian Carlos Mencia has pleaded not guilty to tax fraud. Mencia is facing 12 counts stemming from what LA County prosecutors say involve both his personal and business tax returns. They say the 58-year-old failed to report nearly $9 million in income between 2019 and 2024.
Failed to report $9 million. You know they want their cut, Carlos. Come on, bruh.
That resulted in $300,000 in unpaid state taxes. The tax board says it sent Mencia 78 notices about his unfiled tax returns. If convicted, he could get more than 10 years in prison.
So look, y'all going in on him. Look, the joke stealing Mencia. Give Uncle Sam his money. That chubby joke thief can make big rocks smaller. Why do you squirrels? Oh my God, y'all don't like Mencia at all. Whoa, let's go on what Liberty talk about right now. Welcome to Our Bottom Line. Come on into the hottest hot spot for your daily news. We dive deep into today's top news stories. Let's have some real conversations and get those thumbs up and hit that like button, you guys. Y'all hear what Liberty's talking about. Let's go. Yeah, F the IRS until they come talking to you like, yeah, where that money at? Where that money at that you guys owe or that you guys owe us? They want they cut, man. Who said that? Mark, you know they want they cut, bro. You make $10, they want 2. Just like these fools. You know how that go.
Bail has been set at $50,000. He's due back in court August 14th. Mencia has not publicly commented on all of this.
I know one thing. If he has anything like valuables, any home or anything like that, they're not gonna wait for you to put that bread together, bro. First, they're gonna knock all that down to get their money that what they want, and then you're still gonna get that locked up, and they don't play around with that. Yeah, you guys. Fat Joe got locked up for a couple of months. Remember, Wesley Snipes went down. Who else do we know that went down for tax evasion, you guys? They want their cut. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now let's get on over to Boston. We got to get on over to Boston, where we got some bystanders that rush to subdue this fool after this hit and run that killed the woman. Oh man, this is crazy over here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. This one here, the car was pinned against another vehicle. Like, this is crazy right here. Go ahead and open up those screens, you guys. We got to get on over to CBS Boston, see what's happening over here.
And is facing murder charges following a chaotic chain of events in Mattapan yesterday that ended with a stolen car, multiple crashes, and a woman dead. That suspect was actually grabbed and held for police by a group of angry bystanders. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ken McLeod. This was a strange turn of events on a busy Blue Hill Avenue. And as WBZ's Aaron Parsegian tells us, passersby fished that suspect out of a stolen car when he hit an MBTA bus.
Well, witnesses describe a chaotic scene that started with an initial car crash and then a carjacking at this car wash here on Blue Hill Avenue.
Exactly. Thank you for calling that out, Mary Tanner. Martha Stewart definitely went to jail. How many years did Martha Stewart get? She got a decent amount of time.
Right from there, came over here and spotted the lady in that vehicle here in our parking lot, went to her just like Grand Theft Auto, opened the door, took the lady and got her out.
Boston police say it was 37-year-old Ibrahim Matos who left his crashed car and ripped a woman out of her own at this Mattapan car wash, where Javier Fernandez says workers saw it happen and tried taking action.
But unfortunately, he got into gear reverse. Nobody was behind him. He reversed back, got into the wrong side of the road, went down that way.
Surveillance video obtained by WBZ News shows what happened next. You can see the SUV skirt around traffic and speed down the sidewalk.
Yo!
Stop the video right before the vehicle collides with an innocent woman.
She said, I'm dying today. And then we don't hear her no more. And then we saw he's dragging her.
Boston police say Matos then crashed into another car and then an MBTA bus before coming to a halt. Video taken at the scene shows moments right before police say Matos was forcibly removed from the SUV himself and beaten and restrained by several angered people who saw the terrifying ordeal until officers could get there and take him into custody. The woman was pronounced dead at the scene.
We felt all helpless. Some people was crying. A little girl, she was coming from the bathroom for mom. She was crying because it's like it couldn't happen. It was very busy. It could have happened to any one of us.
And Matos will face a judge for the first time Monday morning. He's being arraigned on a series of charges, including murder. In Mattapan, Aaron Parsegian, WBC News.
Yeah, they got him, but the way that he chased that lady down, man, and hit her and dragged her like that, that was so uncalled for, man. Like, I mean, the other man got away. He ran away and got out of the lane fast enough. She didn't make it. I want to pray for her soul. I want to pray for her family. I want to pray for everybody who had to see that, who was victims of it. And I want to pray that stuff like this that stops happening, because this has been such a crazy, eventful early part of our summer, you guys, and it's just now starting. I want to pray for everybody out there. Please pay attention. You can't even just pay attention on the side, on the streets anymore, you guys. You got to pay attention on the sidewalk, everywhere. Soon as you go out that door, there is no direction that you can't pay attention to from now on, whether it's up, down, left, or right. And we also, what we want to ask is that our Father God keeps us in his hands so that we can be protected by him as much as possible. And we ask you, keep us in your hands, Lord, as best you can. Want to pray for the family, as well as the woman who lost her life, and anybody who was affected by this tragedy in Boston. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Now we got to get on over to, what do we, I don't want to do no more of this. I'm not doing no more. Where we going? Man accused of what? Oh man, I don't. Oh man, I think. Let me see. This one is crazy too. Oh wow, so many of them. Oh my God, I gotta run through these two guys right here. I'm gonna do these together. I got hit by a car on the sidewalk. Look at that young mall. Got hit by a car on the sidewalk. Jesus Christ. I got to do two of these together because I'm tired of this already. We got to get this over with. Let's get on over to Miami right now. I don't know why you put this in the lineup. We got a man that was accused of beating and kidnapping a woman in Miami Springs, the deputies say. He beat her and kidnapped. What? And oh my God, this is the one where he dragged her inside the car. Okay, you guys, I got to. I'm showing the news. It's not my fault what you guys are seeing here. We're going over to Miami right now. And yes, what I said is really going to happen. And luckily, she got away at the next stop after he kidnapped her. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Miami.
New tonight, brutal beating. Miami Springs police released shocking surveillance video of a man hitting a woman. You can see him kicking her, pushing her to the ground before dragging her back to her car. After that, he slams her head against the SUV, forces her back in the vehicle. Police say the man then drove to a nearby hotel. There, she was able to escape. The suspect was later found and arrested. He is identified as 31-year-old Andre Lopez. He's being held without bond on charges of kidnapping and battery.
And it looked like he had a broken left arm. Smashed her into the car, boom, boom, all that crazy stuff. Don't know what that relationship is like, and I hope that's not her man. They saying it was kidnapping, but yes, as much as I can find out, I'm gonna look into that story in Miami. And this is the one I'm gonna add to it too right now and get this out of there. We got 5 people that were found unalived. Reports of carbon monoxide in Phelps County. Let's get on over to St. Louis, you guys, because it looked like this was possibly while these people were sleeping, because the next door neighbors, a couple of them got sick. I guess they were inhaling this carbon monoxide. You guys know anything more about this story? Let me know, because I'm going to try to keep much and let you guys know and keep up on top of it as much as possible. Let's go on over to St. Louis. 5 people.
5 people are found dead in a home in Rolla along Village Circle and County Road 3110.
Fox 2's Cameron Mendoza has been following this story for us all afternoon. She has the latest information just released from the Sheriff's Department.
The Phelps County Sheriff's releasing information earlier this afternoon about that tragic discovery that they found earlier this morning. Before 5:30, the Rolla Rural Fire Department responded to a carbon monoxide alert in the home behind us. This is a duplex home, so one side had a person with injuries, the other was where those 5 people were found dead, and another was critically injured. I spoke with neighbors here who tell us those living there had just moved in a few weeks ago. The sheriff's office would not confirm the ages of the victims, as they're still working to notify their families. The two who were injured were airlifted to nearby hospitals. Now, it's not clear how or when those alarms were set off, but we're told that a deputy actually was
Vincenza.
exposed to that carbon monoxide during the operation. They were treated by Phelps Health, but there were other victims also inside the house. Thankfully, they made it out safely.
That is so, this is why it's so important to have a carbon monoxide detector. And when it goes off, don't assume it's the battery, you guys. And don't just have a smoke detector anymore. There's actually a 3-tier now. There's a smoke, fire, and a carbon monoxide detector. And I think it actually detects something else too. We need to make sure that we're detecting this carbon monoxide because you can't smell it. Also, do you know that the reason why gas smells a certain way, like the gas in your stove, it smells and it gives you that kind of want to throw up-y smell, and it kind of makes you feel like a little woozy? Do you know what that is? And if you guys don't believe me, I will tell you what it is. That smell that is going along with that gasoline is actually garlic. It's a garlic sort of a smell in order to let your nose know, hey, some gas is leaking over here. Because of course, some of these gases do not have an odor. Carbon monoxide does not have an odor. I am imploring you guys, please make sure you check all your smoke detectors. If you only have a smoke detector, get rid of it. Spend the money. It's $25, Bugatti. It's $30. My question to you is, how much is your life worth? How much is your family's lives worth? You have to have a carbon monoxide detector. Sometimes most of the times nowadays, they come together. I could even show you guys how to install it because I've been installing for years and no problem. Make sure that you have a carbon monoxide as well as a smoke detector. Please, you guys. Thank you. And also it has to have a double plug. That means that you're going to be going off the battery and then you want it hardwired into the house. That means that that red and black is not just on the battery. That means that it's going to the power in your house so that even if the battery fails, it still works. And not only that, those triggers the other alarms when you do it that way. Did you know that? When you got the smoke detector going off in one room, it's going off in the hallway. That's because through the electrical, it's actually connected, which is smart. So now you know if you're in another room, it's something going on. This way you can go check the kitchen, check the bathroom and see what's going on. And if it's beeping, and there's no smoke, you still need to be nervous. That may be for carbon monoxide. Pay attention. Read the instructions on all of your devices before you set them up. Please do that and stay careful. Really important. You know what? I might just do that for a health and wellness section. I'm actually an expert when it comes down to fire and smoke alarms. Let's keep on moving forward to Kansas City right now. Let me see. Let's finish this story right here, and we got to do the prayers. Sorry about that.
It's just all around a sad day, though, here in this neighborhood. In Phelps County, Cameron Mendoza, Fox 2 News.
That's
5 people were found dead in a home in Rolla.
That's right, you guys. Carbon monoxide is the silent, deadly killer. I want to pray for all 5 of the people that lost their lives in this tragic event. Situations like this are why carbon monoxide has become so popular, as well as why the detectors have more than one function now. I want to pray for everyone who was affected by this tragedy, and I'm telling everybody here, please check your smoke detectors and your carbon monoxide detectors. It's not funny to let them chirp. It's not. That means that the battery's dying and it may not be effective. So even if you have a smoke detector and it's doing that little chirp, 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 it's not funny. You need to fix that because it may not be as effective as you need it to be. I want to pray for everybody here on this serious situation and serious topic. Praying for everybody here now because we're our own line of defense in our own homes. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to Kansas. We got the FBI. Anybody trying to make some dough? You're trying to make some dough, 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 dough. I know what you guys, y'all about that money, 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 money. You trying to make some money? Anybody trying to make about $25,000? Because there's a reward going on right now for a crumb bum. You won't feel bad about snitching on him at all. His name is Oscar Sanchez Munoz. Another one, guy, the 3-name Bing Bong Head. What did he do? What did Oscar do? Let me tell you what this 22-year-old did to get himself caught up in a manhunt. He's 22 years old. He's pow-powed one person. Then he tried to get out like Grand Theft Auto, steal somebody else's car. Oh, let them tell it. Come on, you guys. We got to get on over to Kansas City. And it seems like they're still looking for him. So anybody know where he's at? Anybody trying to make $25,000 in Kansas City? All you got to do is tell on this fool, Oscar, and you be straight.
All right, gang, we'll check back with you here in a few minutes. That manhunt for a suspected killer who police said has shot as many as 5 victims, killing 1, is intensifying. The FBI today adding a $25,000 reward.
News with a different view. Our bottom line. The #1 host, Boogotti NYC, and the #1 co-host and family right here on YouTube. They can't mess with us, y'all. Give me that mic back. Let's get them, Liberty.
22-year-old Oscar Sanchez Munoz avoids law enforcement for a 3rd day. Fox 4's Malik Jackson, live overlooking I-70, where some of those shootings played out. Malik, we're learning who one of the victims is and the urgency in which authorities are now working.
We are, John, and that's exactly where we're going to start on this investigation. The FBI doesn't just throw out $25,000 rewards for helping them find someone. We talked with a former special agent in charge of an FBI field office, and he says many times doing that can slow down an investigation with so many tips coming in. But tonight, law enforcement, they're desperate for your help and trying to track down 22-year-old Oscar Sanchez Munoz. The search is on, and on day 3, there's not much new information besides a desperate plea from police to you for help in bringing this man into custody.
We have, a killer on the loose. We have the World Cup going on, people crowding the cities of Kansas City, that just make it more dangerous, put more people, in fear. So there is an urgency other than the fact that he is violent.
22-year-old Oscar Sanchez Munoz is a...
If any one of you guys know where Oscar Sanchez is at, you might be on your way to $25,000, y'all. I wouldn't feel bad for you. Let us know you snitched on him. I'll be laughing at him.
Suspected of shooting at people on both sides of the state line. 6 total targets, wounding 5 people, including a teenager, and has killed 1 person. And it's all believed to be random. That according to law enforcement. Police have identified the man killed as 45-year-old Jeremy Keenan. Police have searched as many as 3 homes, had a standoff, and he has evaded them. Chapman says the reward is a big step, but not only is Sanchez Munoz said to be violent, having the World Cup happening simultaneously ups the ante.
It's extremely difficult, just without doing the manhunt for a killer. It's manpower intensive. Obviously, the more people you have, the more people you need to police.
His advice to you?
Don't let one act or the fear of violence stop you from enjoying the things you enjoy. Be cautious, know your surroundings, be aware of the fact there's a danger out there.
And tonight, KCPD says if you know anything, call them immediately. If you wish to remain anonymous, you can call the TIPS hotline. That's 816-474-TIPS. And of course, Fox 4 will keep you posted.
Nah, bro, I can't let you get up out of here clean. I gotta roast you. I got to get you. I'm sorry. I don't know where you came from, where they found you. But first of all, I don't know where that jacket came from because they done gave up. They done told on him. Talking about BWC, okay, that's what I'm thinking. I wear light colored jackets, but I don't wear them like that. Let's help him out with a couple of fashion tips. We're going to go to the corner pocket situation over here. What the hell is going on, brother? Does it want to come out or do you need to blow your nose? Another thing. This is not the time to show off your chains, especially if they ain't gold. Don't nobody want to see your fake dog tag, your fake gold chain. No. Tuck all that in, right? Tuck it in. It's gonna look better when they only can see it in the back. And you got the nice white shirt showing. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about over here. Now, this is where a little bit of more suspecto comes in. With the bracelets, when you see I know what I'm talking about right there. So I just happen to call people out sometimes, and if you guys think I'm wrong, that's fine with me, but I guarantee you many other people in the comments are like, damn, Boogotti, I was waiting for you to say something.
Line, that's 816-474-TIPS. And of course, Fox 4 will keep you posted.
Hey,
Okay.
stop with that comments about the Kool-Aid jacket. It's the way that he's wearing it, because I might wear one like that. So I'm keeping it open for that color. It's just the way that you wear it. You feel me? It's the way that you wear it. And you can wear that pink jacket and be like, yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Or you can be like, hi, we got a situation here. But we don't, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I just happen to call it like I see it. And them bracelets didn't really help him out that much, especially with the little balls on it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all cool. We accept everybody. We appreciate everybody over here. But we just happen to be able to just distinguish things very good. I will tell you one thing though. I have been tricked before. Oh, don't think I ain't been tricked before. That's why I'm so cautious now. Bugatti don't lie. One time I'm walking up the street like, damn, she looked good. Woo! I'm walking in Chelsea, downtown. I'm walking like, man, she looked good. I turn around, I'm like, what's going on with you? And she come over there waltzing back to me. I'm like, ooh, she gonna give me her phone number. Had on the skirt and everything like that. Had the nerve to say to me, first thing out of her mouth was, do you have a problem dating men? Shoom! Out of there. Woo! I was like Flash Gordon out of there talking about Silver Surfer out of there. Hey man, you know it happens to the best of us. Do you have trouble dating men? Sound like he was about to say Trojan man. I was out of there. Phew! I didn't even argue. It was my fault for stopping. You don't get in no argument with no person like that when you're the one that happened to say something first. Hey, you know what? I made a mistake. Out of there. I'm talking about jumping jack, Flash, call me whatever you want, Flash, call me whatever. I was out of there. Motherfucker probably thought I was, you know what I'm saying, on some drugs or something like that. The way I started running, I was gone. I'm serious about that one. You don't stand around and argue with nobody like that after you made the mistake. What you gonna say? Oh, how you over here looking like a, you feel what I'm saying? You hit the bricks because you don't want, you know what I'm saying? Get up out of there. Let's keep on moving forward right now because we got to get on over to Texas. I want to keep you guys updated on this Carmelo Anthony situation. And like I said, you're lucky that the person said that because it would have took me a minute. Wait a minute, what you got going on over here? Because I kind of used to do the President Trump. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand why President Trump used to say, grab them by the what? To make sure it's a exactly. Let's go, you guys. That's why when people said that, I was like, wait a minute, maybe he wants to make sure. But that was after I got caught up in that incident. We got to get on over to Texas. I got to bring you guys up to date on more Carmelo Anthony situations. We've been going behind the scene all week to find whatever extra content that we could find because a lot of people have a lot to say about the Carmelo Anthony case. A lot of people agree and a lot of people disagree. What we've been doing is trying to find as much backstory behind it to see if we can bring it to you. That's right, Liberty. We watch all news and respect all views. Bugatti has no political affiliation with current news and entertainment in one. Welcome to Our Bottom Line. I love to have fun over here. Look at those laughs. That just lights me up. That makes me want to just keep on going. Thank you guys so much for loving our show and for loving what we do over here. Let's keep on moving forward because now we got this evidence that I was telling you about, more behind the scene footage of Carmelo Anthony. When a police officer came to get him, I don't think that this was good. You guys remember what they tell you. If you're under arrest, you do not have to say anything. You have to what? The right to remain silent. And anything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to a lawyer, right? Remember that first part of it. Don't say nothing. Because that's the easiest thing to do is talk. That's what a lawyer always said to me. Said, you know what, Bugatti? The hardest cases I always have is when the damn person I'm trying to defend has a big mouth. They always say that. Because it's not about if you're right or wrong, it's about how I can get you out of it. And if you said so much, you kind of laid the groundwork for their prosecution. Be careful what you say, you guys. Let's go. We got a judge right here. And watch what Carmelo Anthony says as he's being apprehended. No, I'm not alleged. I did it. Remember those words. Let's go.
The jury saw in the case against track athlete Carmelo Anthony. The jury convicted and sentenced the teen to 35 years for the fatal stabbing of a fellow track athlete, Austin Metcalf. In one video, you can hear Anthony admitting to the stabbing.
It's the alleged suspect. Okay. I'm not alleged.
You can hear him say, I'm not alleged, I did it. Anthony's attorneys claim he stabbed Metcalf. And
when you say that directly to an officer, it's on his camera. He's going to document it, and it's going to be used against you. So don't get mad when you go to court and they're using all this evidence.
self-defense. They have filed a notice to appeal the conviction. ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer has more on that story. Brian, this newly released evidence includes video of the stabbing and the aftermath. What do you make of it, and why release it now?
Yeah, so good morning, Dan. What I make of it is that we're finally getting a glimpse as to what the jury saw in making their decision in this very high-profile case that was closed off to the media as it played out.
That's crazy. Why did the GoFundMe collect over 700,000 and they used the public defender? Wow. Is that true? What? 35 years is too much. He messed up, but he's still a kid. Sorry, Jordan. I love you to death, but yeah, man, I can't agree with you on that one. I need to know a little bit more details before I can agree even partially with you. Because my thing is the life. It's the ultimate. The ultimate. No matter what money you get, riches, jewelry, girlfriend, animals, whatever, you can't enjoy any of that if you don't have a life. You know how many millionaires I know, bro, that they look at me and be like, man, you're so lucky because you have your health. Because a lot of them are sick and elderly. A lot of times it takes them that long to get rich. But a lot of the elderly, a lot of rich people are like, I wish I had my health versus monetary. So it just depends on how you look at it, to be honest with you. Let's keep on moving forward.
Reason why we're seeing it now is because of transparency and the desire for so many people to see what the jury was considering and what conclusion they came to. As I listen and watch the video, I now get a better understanding as why the defense might have thought that not putting on Carmelo Anthony to testify made sense, because a lot of the statements that they wanted or would have wanted are there. He's admitting to what he did. He's admitting that it was self-defense, at least in his mind. And I think that puts forward the subjective standard that the defense needs to say, this is what went on. But for the prosecution, you got everything you needed for a conviction here.
Everything you guys are saying can be explained away. Like, for instance, his parents didn't show up. Maybe they didn't want to get caught up in all of the drama and all of the hoopla afterward, right? And then the stuff that you guys are saying about the $700,000 and they bought a house. I don't know what to say about that. That was pretty bad as far as money handling. If that's true, then they got a public defender. I don't think that was smart. They should have used that monetary for the public. For their legal to defend their own child. If that was the money, if that was the what was the money was intended for.
So the admission, the running away, and the interaction thereafter.
The evidence also contains emotional 911 calls where you hear Metcalf's brother trying to tell him to pull through. How impactful is that kind of audio in a case like this?
I think it's everything. For a juror, they're kind of doing Monday morning quarterback, so to speak, right? They're watching the events after the fact. But the ability to hear 911 calls and hear what was going on at that time, I think is very powerful. The other thing I think that goes a little bit under the radar comes from the idea that most people who do this line of work, defense work and prosecution, often say the hardest homicide case is an attempted murder because you have the actual victim testifying in that case. Here, that's not the case, but you have the twin brother who looks exactly like the victim in the case and also an eyewitness to the event on the stand testifying, hearing him in the 911 calls. I think his testimony, his presence does a lot for the prosecution, and clearly did based on the conviction here.
Okay, I got a tip for you. I got to call him out while he's doing it and while he's active. This is the gentleman that I always refer to with the burgundy suit. I have been doing Our Bottom Line now for at least about 526 episodes. I have never seen this gentleman outside of the burgundy suit. I bought my burgundy suit when he had his, when I first saw his. I've seen him wear it with a white shirt, red shirt, green shirt, brown shirt, all sorts of shirts. Homeboy, you're on television. Let me give you a tidbit. Yo, what's up? I'm on TV all the time. Anybody want to sponsor me over at Steve Harvey? Hey, anybody over at Polo gonna want to help me out with some suits? I can't do it because I'm just on here. Hopefully, when I get some more people following, I'm almost at that level. I can get that done. Yo, bro, it's almost 2 years. You're gonna take that damn suit off, and like my mother said, them pants are gonna stand up by themselves. Take that damn suit off. You spend your own money. I know you got to get a check. I'm looking at you like me and you know each other, bro. Take that damn suit off already. Please. I will buy you a suit. Tell me the size. They got them at $80 over at certain places. I'm not playing, you guys. He had that suit on since I bought mine. I'll go get my burgundy suit right now. He influenced me to buy mine a year and change ago. He has not taken it off, and I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Fashion department over at ABC, holler at Bugatti NYC over at Medusa USA LLC. We'll get you some sponsors. Man gets viewed by millions of people every single time he's on the news. This makes no sense. I hate to trump the real story, but I had to go there. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, he's had that suit on for more than a year and change. Y'all think I'm lying? Go look back and see if I'm lying. Every single time that man is on TV, matter of fact, I got proof. P. Diddy trial. I'm sitting here, we're in overflow. I'm sitting here on this side. Gene Deal is right next to me. 2 rows over, him in that burgundy suit. On everything I love. Not even playing with you guys. Year and change ago. He the reason why I bought mine. Get your ass another suit, bro. I know you got to be getting paid at least more than $200. Take your butt up to Fino or something like that and get one from one of those little outside shops. Come on now, let's do it. The man in the burgundy suit sounds like a James Bond movie. I wonder if they ever put money on his books in prison. I do like burgundy, but every day? How about that? Every day? You don't want to wear the same suit every day. Let me tell you something about wearing a suit every day. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna just reveal some things. Right here, start to go white because of the sweat and certain stuff like that. Down in there, after the everyday, yeah, my brother, I know he washing it, but there's another trick to that too. When you wear a burgundy suit and you wash it, it gets this little film on it. You gotta steam it out every day. It's a big deal dealing with colored suits. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Not trying to keep the show on talking about his suit, but trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Let's get on over to Tucson, where a driver gets 7 years for causing an I-10 school bus crash. Deserve what they got. And hopefully, this brother will get another suit soon. Let's keep on going to a serious story right here. Let's go. 7 years for you.
Now let's go to some.
Damn shame.
With 35 students on board, the bus veered across I-10 and landed on its side.
Yeah, this is awful. Now we know the punishment for Nicholas Luis Rodriguez. Craig Smith reports from Pima Superior Court.
It is not a flippant comment to say this is a case where we have literally a busload of victims, 35 students from the Kingman School District, plus the driver and school staff on board. No one died, but students were badly hurt. Now the driver who caused that wreck is learning his punishments. The school bus from Kingman was bringing students to Tucson for a conference. It was almost at the end of a 6-hour trip, passing through.
Okay, El Jadedo, and whoever's up there doing that tile job, have a good one. I used to do that too. Just make sure you cut it right. Don't put too much putty down, level it off, and make sure you seal good, brother. Make sure you got a good foundation that you're building on, and have a good day creating those tiles. It's actually a soothing, kind of fun job, to be honest with you, depending on how much work you got to do. It's actually a real cool, it's actually a common thing to do. I actually like doing tiling myself.
Marana when a car hit the bus on its corner. The driver veered across 3 lanes of I-10. The bus landed on its side. In a statement read by her mother, Julie Pauls, Caitlin Holmes described regaining consciousness to the screams of her classmates, then coping with a life of pain, surgery, and physical therapy.
Understand when you're driving, anytime you're driving, you got to think about yourself as well as all of your passengers. Their lives are just as important as yours is. So impairment, not paying attention, all of that comes right back on the drivers. So yeah, things like this, crossing lanes and stuff like that with children in a vehicle, in a bus, it's not a good thing to do. And I think they were right by giving this person 7 years.
Some days I wake up with searing pain in my elbow that I can do nothing to prevent. Many days I struggle with itching around the scars and under it that I can do nothing to relieve. I will never be able to follow my brother to the military, and as I get older, I will likely have to get more surgeries to help with my elbow.
Is that a pun? It doesn't suit you to be critical of what someone chooses to wear. I'm talking about a man with a job on TV. I'm literally talking to his fashion department. It's talking about ABC. So who you right there real quick? Here we go. Shirley Kennedy, let me teach you something real quick. You can meet me at the airport and get my bags, and I might be there. We just have a difference of opinion. Let's keep on moving.
EPS reports say Nicholas Rodriguez was the driver. Troopers say he told them he was hurrying to a job interview. Charging documents say he showed signs of driving impaired and admitting to using a THC vape that day.
What?
Rodriguez pleaded guilty to 3 counts of aggravated assault with
driving impaired and admitted to using a THC pen while you're driving children. He deserves what he got.
injury and 1 count of criminal damage. He told Judge Casey McGinley he wants to take responsibility for how his moment of irresponsibility affected everyone on that school bus.
Many innocent people's lives.
Talking to me like that don't suit you, Shirley. So I'll see you later. Have a good one. Kick a rock for a block.
Change that day. Change the ways that will probably never be able to process. I doubt that a day in my life will go by where I won't think about the accident to the victims. And how if I had just made more intelligible and reasonable decisions on the day of the accident, this could have been avoided.
Judge Casey McGinley imposed sentences that put Rodriguez in prison for 7 years. He is also under court order to pay about $179,000 in restitution to victims and for damages to the school bus.
Yeah, he deserved it. Ain't nobody tell you to get out there impaired and be out there hurting them kids. And luckily they were alive. And that was one of those stories where we say we pray to God and we thank him for protecting the children and stepping in because it could have been much more worse than it was. That's right. Amen. Vincenta, you are 1000% correct. I used to work at Fox myself and ABC in the back office in the fashion department. There are fashion credits at the end of news forecasts. So guess what you can do as the fashion director in one of these networks? You can call up one of these companies and say, "Hey, I'm gonna show one of your suits on this person. It's gonna come on at this time," and they'll give them that suit. Even if they don't give it to them for free, they'll loan it to them and they'll be able to send it back. So do me a favor, when you don't know what you're talking about and you're talking to a fashion person that started companies like Fila, yeah, I'm going there today. Started companies like Fat Farm, Russell Simmons, the All City program. And yes, from day one of the people that created a company called what? Academics. We call that AKADEMIKS. Yeah, one of the people that started one of the flyest clothing companies in existence. So when I'm talking about clothes, I know what I'm talking about. Personal friends with Dapper Dan. I'm not even tooting my own horn. This is part of what I do. It's not even nothing to chat about. It's what we do. We in Harlem, certain people, we got to look a certain way to go to the store. We don't come out not looking a certain way in order to be around people. I refuse to wear certain clothes, and I don't disrespect people about their fashion choices. I was kind of joking with the guy as well, but at the same time, I'm not going to tell you I haven't seen him wearing that suit for over 16 months. Not going to lie about that. And everything I said was the truth. Now, if you're feeling a little better about yourself, now let's get on over here and work out in the health and wellness section, you guys. It's time. Let's get it done right now. We went a little extra, but you know what? It's okay. Let's do it. One drink that flushes out toxins overnight. Anybody know anything about it? Does anybody know that one drink that flushes out toxins, let me ask you, overnight? Anybody know? What we got over here? Anybody know? Anybody know? Anybody know? What is it? Vodka. That's a good one. It gives you some blood thinning going on. I like that. I like the jokes. Okay, what else? What else? A2A. Okay, weird. You know all of us whites. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about something else. Me too. Ad rains. Okay, whatever. What do you guys? Cranberry. Okay, I like people that stay on topics. People that stand on topic, fantastic. Everybody else, I'm not saying your comments. Water, good suggestion. Ginger / HCV. Green tea. What else? Love you, Pastor. Oh yeah, you gotta go. I was gonna get him anyway. Hibiscus tea, chia. Anybody playing right now? Let's get them up out of there because we're at the point of the show. We ain't got no time for that. Love you, Gotti, as a white. Okay, cool. That's cool. Thank you so much. Love you too. I don't do that. I don't care about colors because some of my best friends are white, by the way. Real talk. Real talk. Okay, you guys got water, got a couple of other things. One other person said beer. That's not it. Let's get into it, you guys, right now. It's time to do what we got to do. It's our health and wellness section. We done took too long. We done went over the top. Guess what it is, you guys? This is one drink that can flush out toxins overnight. And I hope that you guys are interested and take a little information from us because we really take our time to curate the most that we can and the best information from the health and wellness section. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because one drink that can flush out toxins overnight, I'm going to play this like twice to give you guys an idea what we're talking about here. It's not a mystery drink, not something that's going to be like something that you can't find. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get into it. Health and wellness. Let's go.
One drink that flushes out toxins overnight. Sounds too good to be true? Let's break it down.
It starts with warm lemon water, not cold, not packed with sugar, warm. Why? Because your liver detoxes while you sleep.
Your liver detoxes while you sleep. Also, you don't want the sugar because that's defeating the purpose. Also, it may be able to keep you up longer, giving you false energy and things like that. So all you want is the lemon water. Let's keep on moving forward also. Let's go.
And lemon gives it the boost it craves. Mistake number one, drinking it after meals. You should never do that. Your stomach's already working overtime. This works best first thing in the morning. Add a pinch of turmeric. It's not just a spice, it's anti-inflammatory gold.
Anybody know about turmeric or curcumin and how to get it to start actually working and activate it? You got to put a dash of pepper in it. Keep on going.
You won't believe what it does to your gut lining. Avoid honey at night, it spikes blood sugar. But ginger, that's your secret weapon. Flushes bloat, calms digestion, resets your system. The last ingredient, black pepper. Just a dash. Why? It activates the turmeric. Without it, you're wasting your effort. One drink, 5 powerhouse ingredients. Flush toxins, fuel your liver, and wake up lighter.
One more time.
One drink that flushes out toxins overnight. Sounds too good to be true? Let's break it down. It starts with warm lemon water, not cold, not packed with sugar. Warm. Why? Because your liver detoxes while you sleep, and lemon gives it the boost it craves. Mistake number one, drinking it after meals. You should never do that. Your stomach's already working overtime. This works best first thing in the morning. Add a pinch of turmeric. It's not just a spice, it's anti-inflammatory gold. You won't believe what it does to your gut lining. Avoid honey at night, it spikes blood sugar. But ginger, that's your secret weapon. Flushes bloat, calms digestion, resets your system. The last ingredient, black pepper. Just a dash. Why? It activates the turmeric. Without it, you're wasting your effort. One drink, 5 powerhouse ingredients. Flush toxins, fuel your liver, and wake up lighter.
Hey, Boogotti, we're not robots. You're not even a robot yourself. You tell us a lot of this stuff when it comes down to what we need to be doing and all of this stuff. And when it comes down to us eating right, when it comes down to us, let's say picking the right products, making sure that we eat the right things that have the right proteins and things like that in it, making sure that we read labels. Boogotti, you're really on us a lot about that. Some people may look at it like a good thing. Some people may not. But guess what I want to tell you guys also? I'm like that with myself as well. Because why? I had to learn, not overnight. I had to break my own habits. And it wasn't easy. I tell you guys, I learned without any help. I learned from losing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I learned from watching my uncles drink so much sugar inside of their coffee. They like that sugar. They like their coffee where it's light and sweet with faux sugars. And we used to look at that as like it's a joke. And we thought it was funny until I really started paying attention to what was happening to my Uncle Richard, where his stomach lining and stuff like that started to fight against him, where he started to have diabetes and he had to have operations on his stomach, where he actually lost his life at the age of like somewhere like 38 years old, 39 years old. Very intelligent man, very a good man that I looked up to. Very important man. I said to myself, why are we losing our lives like this? Then right after that, another one of my families. It's like we got used to diabetes and people losing their lives, right? Because of these things. And we looking at it like, you know what? I like this food. I'm not going to stop. I can't stop eating this because whatever. I'm not going to do whatever. I'm hungry. And guess what that does to you? That ignorance right there, that lack of determination and that lack of basically mastering your mindset is the reason why we're like that. And I'm going to say myself included. I still slip up here and there and eat a bag of dipsy doodles. Don't think I don't. I still slip up and might eat something. But what's starting to happen to me now is I'm catching myself as I'm doing it, and that product is not even tasting good to me anymore. But I had to break the cycle in order to do it. Bad habits, you guys. We all have bad habits, but that we're human beings. I'm not trying to tell you to be perfect, but what we can do is work on them. I always say to myself, I can't knock all of this down at one time, but can I do a little bit at a time? You got a big pile of clothes in front of you. You look at it like it's a monster, but you know what? Start folding this corner over here. Start folding a little bit, getting a little bit of stuff put together. You'll start seeing the results, and that'll make you want to keep moving forward. You may not be able to do it all in one session, all in one sitting, but start the process. So that's what we have going on right here. We have to break bad habits and master our mindsets. How are we going to do that? We're going to dive into stuff and understand that we have to examine things before we just dive into it, right? We got to pay attention, then we get into it. Also, let's say, for instance, how do we stop ourselves from scrolling? You're on it right now, and I'm telling you about me. I'm in the phone right now. How do we stop ourselves from scrolling? And instead of scrolling, start doing other things that are going to be equally that actually going to be effective. Read a book, learn something, structure your business, do something instead of scrolling. Matter of fact, how about this? Put the phone in another room. You ever think about something like that? Because if you got phones and things around you that's going to entice you, you're going to do what's natural to you. Also, the food that you eat, if you have it available in the kitchen, we talked about this, you're going to eat it. But if you regulate what comes in your house, what comes in your realm, that's the only things that'll be able to get through. So you have to design your house and your surroundings to be able to give you what you need to make yourself a better person. You got to regulate your own refrigerator. You got to regulate your own washing things. You got to regulate everything that comes in because you pay for it. So now what we're going to do right now is we're going to wake up. We're going to get into how we can start chipping away and getting better at being better people when it comes down to discipline and breaking bad habits. Let's break some bad habits here with our bottom line. You guys in the health and wellness section, I know y'all ain't think it was over. That was a tidbit a minute ago. How to break bad habits and master your mindset. You're not going to be able to do this stuff overnight. Anything that you do, you're not going to be able to get it done overnight. Anything that's worth doing, I say it's not going to be even worth doing if it's that fast to be done overnight. I think that stuff that gets a foundation built on it, that then you start building on, that's the perfect thing to have as far as something to work with. I'd rather have a strong foundation, then my building go up, because then I got a strong foundation where nothing is shaky at. So that's why I look at things like this, how to break bad habits and master your mindset. And we're going to do it one brick at a time. You're going to see them refer to this in the video here. Let's go. How to break bad habits and master your mindset. This is the brain catalyst. We're going to subscribe when it's over. Let's get into it. Let's go. Our bottom line, health and wellness section.
You are a passenger in a vehicle driven by ancient, blind biology. Every time you promise yourself that tonight will be different, that you won't scroll, you won't overeat, you won't procrastinate, and then find yourself doing it anyway, you aren't failing a willpower test. You are losing a rigged game. Most people think breaking a bad habit requires a massive burst of motivation or a sudden injection of discipline. That is a lie.
Brick by brick.
Motivation is a chemical fluke, and discipline is a finite resource. If you rely on them, you will fail. In exactly 3 minutes.
You can't always rely on motivation. You know why? Simple question, simple reason. Because you're not always motivated. You don't wake up the same way every day. You don't feel the same way every day. So motivation is not something that's used as a pinpoint anchor to say, oh, you know what? I'm going to use that to keep going, because you may not be motivated. You got to work on the process. You know how when you're walking in the garden or you're walking in the grass, and the first time you walk by, you got to go through all of this land and everything because you have not walked that path. But the more you walk that path, the more you carve that way in the ground, the better you get to that location. So guess what? The sad part about it, that using your mind, you might have carved that path for comfort. You might have carved that path just to do things a certain way. Now we got to learn how to get off of that path and get onto a new path by creating attractive exit ramps so that we stop repeating and doing the same things that we've been doing. Let's keep on going.
We're going to break down the exact psychological mechanism that keeps your brain addicted to your worst behaviors and how a slight shift in your internal geography can dismantle it forever. Let's look at the cold, hard science of how your brain rewires itself.
Let's go.
Every bad habit you have is a deeply grooved highway in your gray matter. Your brain doesn't care if a habit is killing you or saving you.
You've been doing it. You've been doing this habit all the time, whether it's drinking Coca-Cola, whether it's being a rockhead, whether it's being whatever it is, you've been doing it for so long. And we're not beating you up by doing it. We're trying to create exit paths to stop doing it. That's how we get around doing the same thing over and over again.
It only cares about efficiency. When you repeat a toxic behavior, you are thick lining a neural pathway, making it the path of least resistance. To break it, you cannot just fight it with brute force. You have to understand the loop.
So you're not going to change these things that you got going on overnight. It's just like when you got a lot of people that's addicted to drugs, and you be like, why they keep relapsing? Why they keep relapsing? And they finally stop because you can't just expect things to happen overnight. And this is what you guys got to understand. And then don't run away from it the first time you make a mistake because we're all human. Keep on trying. One day I'm like, yo, my arm hurts. I'm not going to be able to do my set today. And I let myself heal. I'll be like, yo, don't feel bad about it. The next day I just be on it. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna knock myself out because I didn't do that set. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I've messed everything up now that I didn't do that. No, get right back on that horse and keep going. Let's go.
Loop, cue, routine, reward. Your brain is a prediction machine. It expects the reward the moment it sees the cue. If you try to just stop, you create a psychological vacuum. And nature abhors a vacuum. But here's where it gets really sneaky. You don't actually crave the bad habit itself. You crave the shift in your state that the habit provides. To master your triggers, you must become a cold, neutral observer of your own impulses. Imagine a craving as a wave in the ocean. Most people try to build a wall against the wave, and they get crushed.
Why not surf the wave? You get what I'm saying? Don't try to knock the wave back. Surf it. Realize it's there and ride it out. And then once you start riding it out, now you realize what's going on. You got to pay attention and observe what you're doing wrong. You got to even observe your own mistakes. Why am I eating this? Why am I doing this? What's triggering me to do this? That's the only way you're going to be able to get over it.
Smart, intentional people don't fight the wave, they surf it. This is called urge surfing. When a craving hits, your heart rate spikes and your brain screams for the dopamine hit. Instead of reacting emotionally, you sit still. You look at the craving with blank curiosity. You label it. There is the familiar tightness in my chest. By observing the trigger without acting on it, you separate your identity from your impulses. You realize you are the sky, not the weather. Now, wait until you see what happens next. If you
Did you hear that? You're the sky, not the weather. You got to understand what he means by that. There may be many things coming through, but you're the sky. You're on top of that. You actually are bigger than what's happening, but you just got to be able to grasp things and take it into a certain accounts and deal with it the right way. And you're actually bigger than that little situation that's going on, is also what they're trying to say. You're bigger than the weather.
try to rely on pure resistance, you will lose
Every
every
time.
single time. The secret to making change stick is simple. Replace. Don't just resist. You cannot destroy a neural highway. You can only build a more attractive exit ramp. If you use smoking to relieve stress, you can't just stop smoking and expect your stress to vanish.
That makes sense, right? If you use smoking to relieve stress, you can't just stop smoking to relieve it and think it's going to be over, right? You got to find ways to wean yourself off of that. Not overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. Because in this case in point, what if 2 days later you're like, oh my God, I got to smoke a cigarette. And you wind up smoking a cigarette. Then you're like, damn, I messed up already because I smoked this cigarette. And then you might just say, you know what? I'm not even going to try to think about stopping no more. That's the wrong way to do it. Now your habit is one. How about this? I know I'm smoking a cigarette, but you know what? I'm throwing it down now. I'm only going to take 2 pulls. You know what I'm saying? You got to wean yourself off. Can't beat yourself up all the time. Now we're giving yourself some love and understanding that you got to wean yourself off of these situations. That's an example so you can understand what I mean.
You must insert a new routine that delivers a similar chemical payoff. If it's boredom you're escaping, replace the mindless scrolling with a high friction, high yield alternative.
If you always scrolling on the phone or whatever like that, do something that's going to be beneficial to you. Go look at your bills. Yeah, how about that? Go look and see if you can read a book to learn something else new. Challenge yourself. Yeah, challenge yourself.
You must redirect the river of your nervous energy, not try to dam it up entirely. To sustain this, you need to build a mental fortress. Willpower is not a character trait, it is a battery. Every decision you make from the moment you wake up drains that battery. Choosing what to wear, resisting that morning donut, tolerating a frustrating email, it all saps your strength.
So guess what? We being fair to you right now. We understand that being like that it's a battery. So I got a lot of willpower. So all morning I had a lot of willpower. All afternoon I had a lot of willpower. But damn, it's getting nighttime. My willpower is kind of low. I really do want a donut. I really do want a bag of potato chips. Oh, and even if you give in, don't give up on yourself. That's what we're trying to say. Let's go.
By the time evening rolls around, your mental fortress is unguarded, and your bad habits walk right through the front door. Smart people don't test their willpower, they conserve it. They automate trivial decisions so their brain can remain in a state of cold clarity when the real battles arrive. But you can't do this alone if your environment is actively working against you.
You can't do it if your environment is actively working against you. If you got those snack packs in the kitchen, you got those Capri Suns in there, you got a big old thing of juice in there talking about it's for the kids, but you still drink some, eating all sorts of stuff that you're not supposed to have. If it's not in your refrigerator and it's not in your cabinet, you can't eat it, y'all. I'm not gonna beat you up, but think about it like that. Your refrigerator and your kitchen is your supermarket. Depending on what you put in there tells you what goes into your body. You can stop it all yourself right at the refrigerator. Let's keep on going forward as one example.
You must use your physical space as a weapon. Design your environment to support your discipline. Human beings are inherently lazy. We gravitate toward the lowest friction option.
Being fair.
If your phone is on your desk, you will pick it up.
Me too.
If the junk food is in the pantry,
Me too.
you will eat it.
Yep.
Stop playing the hero. Make your bad
I ain't no better than y'all, straight up and down.
habits incredibly difficult to access. Put the phone in another room. Throw away the junk food. Increase the friction required to screw up and decrease the friction required to succeed.
I got a cheat for you too. I guarantee you're gonna feel good when you throw the junk food away, or when you get it away from you, or when you stop eating it. When I threw it away, I felt good. And it got to the point where now that I'm in supermarkets and certain stores, I don't even pick it up. That throwaway process makes you actually not have a better chance of not buying it again, because you already realized that you threw it away. May even start messing with your taste buds, believe it or not. If you start getting real determined about things, really push yourself and drive yourself for certain things that you want, you can get it. It just all depends on your determination. And sometimes we slip up and we might smoke another cigarette, might eat a donut. We slip up. It happens. But don't beat yourself up and quit.
Make the right choice the easiest choice. Yet, despite all of this,
I like that. Make the right choice the easiest choice. All you got in there is the right stuff to eat. That's going to be the easy choice.
you will eventually stumble. And this is the exact moment where most people completely self-destruct. They slip up once, feel a wave of shame, and decide to burn the whole house down. This is the what the hell effect. But psychology shows us that self-criticism actually drives you straight back into the arms of your bad habit, because your brain seeks comfort from the very guilt you are feeling. Forgive and reset. Self-compassion is not soft. It is practical. It is a cold, strategic calculation.
Forgive yourself and reset. That doesn't mean like, oh, I'm going to keep on resetting and forgiving yourself. You guys know what I mean. You make a mistake. All right, I made a mistake. I'm not going to do that again, and work on being better. That's with everything in life. That's how I made myself better.
You acknowledge the slip, you refuse to attach your identity to it, and you reset the clock immediately. Look in the mirror for a second. Let's be entirely honest. What have you been doing that allowed your brain to stay addicted to this pattern?
Hey, Jordan, man, we love you no matter what, but work on that. Real work on that. Work on that. Real serious situation right there, Jordan. You might need a deterrent. And I'm not trying to, I don't know how many years or whatever, but I had a friend that was on that too. And it took him a long time. Took him to get beat down, actually. I don't want you to go that far, but work on that, brother. And we're here for you if you ever need us. And maybe we can talk about that because we actually care. Let's go.
How many times have you traded your long-term potential for a 5-second hit of cheap dopamine? Every time you indulge a bad habit, you are actively teaching your brain that your goals don't matter. Setting internal boundaries isn't about punishing yourself. It is about rewriting the curriculum of how you treat your own life.
Now you're setting internal boundaries. You guys get where we're going with this? Because you're tired of how we always fall back on certain things. You always wind up there. You remember, oh, here I go again. I'm back in the same space I was again. Back in the same space again. Why do we want to keep on saying the same thing when we're trying to move forward, you guys? Got to start creating our own realities and changing our destinies. And we can actually do that with our surroundings as well. I got a recording studio over there. I can do audio and video in here. My entire living room is for nothing but doing this type of work. I wanted to do it, so I surrounded myself with it. Perfect example. Yeah, and the food in there, forget about it. Y'all already know what type of stuff I'm eating. Monk fruit, sugar, all types of good stuff that I learned here. And as a result, my body and my mind is now getting much better. People even say, Boogotti, look a little better too. Lost some weight and all that. So I'm learning and actually benefiting at the same time I'm doing these health and wellness. So you can use me as an example.
Mastering your mind isn't a gift reserved for a chosen few. It is a mechanical process of intentional design. You do not need to fix your entire life by tomorrow morning. In fact, don't try. Look at your life right now and pick exactly one specific.
Let's go. I like this right here. I want to keep on. I want to use these diagrams real quick. It's what's that? Urge surfing. That's what we learned. We learned about urge surfing, right? Instead of trying to fight the wave or build a brick wall to get to hold it back, surf the wave, right? We learned about forgive and reset protocol. That means that even if we slip up while we're surfing and we fall back in the water, we're going to get right back up because we're going to forgive ourselves and reset the protocol to start again. What else we got over here? Routine replacement. Okay, we got to change our routines. See the guy up there got the cigarette up there instead of cigarettes. Whenever he get the urge, instead of smoking, he does running. And now he's got a negative thing that he turned into a positive. What else we got? We got the automating trivial decisions. Automating trivial decisions. So instead of trying to figure out every little single problem, nah, we're gonna put that on automation. We're gonna deal with the bigger problems. Remember when you were in school and the teacher used to tell you in the citywide test, do yourself a favor. If you get caught on a problem, skip that problem and do the rest of them. This way you got more time to come back and concentrate on the one that was giving you a problem, and you don't got to worry about missing the whole rest of the test. That's how we focus on situations like that. We get in front of it. Then we got the last but not least, which I think is the number one, environment design, friction manipulation. Phones, do they always need to be around you? What do you have in that refrigerator and in that cabinet? If it's stuff that you're not supposed to have, high fructose corn syrup, anything that got to do with all of that enriched flour and crap, carcinogens, not supposed to be in there. We're going to work on getting that stuff out of there because now you're talking about people's food and the way that they need to eat. Or maybe you need to stop eating it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody else can have it, but just you can't. And that's a good way of disciplining yourself. So all 5 of these are the areas that we covered. And last but not least is also your environment. If you have an elliptical or a bike or an exercise machine and it's furniture right now and you're using it as like somewhere to put your jacket or whatever, that's my next challenge to you. Let's clean that area up and see if we can get that machine working to start doing something different when we get these urges to come on. Because that'll be perfect for routine replacement or working on any other thing when it comes down to environment, because that'll get you a place to go in your environment to be healthy, as well as replacing bad urges with whatever that workout machine that you have in the house is. I think that'll be good. Now, also, let's finalize.
Exactly one specific trap or technique we discussed today to target tomorrow. Leave a comment below stating exactly which one you are choosing right now to lock in your commitment.
Now, one more thing we can do right now. If you guys are down with this and if you really want to do it, this is how we're going to do it. How Boogotti said, go ahead and screenshot that. Let me get out your way. Screenshot. Thank you so much, Jordan Dowdy, health and wellness section. I do this for you guys. Check this out. Go ahead. Screenshot that. Screenshot that. Screenshot that right there. Winter says, I didn't realize how easy it was to make stuff from scratch and use real ingredients until I started trying to get rid of stuff and still wanted the taste. So now I make it myself. Boom. I love it, Winter. That's right. Perfect example of what we're talking about. You guys already screenshot that. I already know that you did that. And I never leave here without telling you guys what the bottom line is, because that's what we're about. Bottom line is over here. Thank you again, Jordan. Love you so much. How to break bad habits and master your mindset. Again, how to break bad habits and master your mindset. Can't do it overnight. I never said that you could. Nobody ever said that you should try. And this is on the Brain Catalyst channel, the Brain Catalyst. What are we going to do right now? We're going to subscribe to the Brain Catalyst to make sure that we get any information coming from there. We leave the arrow there and we go ahead and do this. So we hit all. So now we're going to get all notifications from the Brain Catalyst. The same thing that you should do under me right now if you have not already subscribed, because we're working on 74,000 subscribers. And if you have not hit that that like button, what are you waiting for? This has been our bottom line health and wellness section. You will be able to go to our Discord, our bottom line, and see this video available to you. How to break bad habits and master your mindset by the Brain Catalyst. Again, like I always say to you guys, I really hope that you got something out of today's health and wellness section. It's one of our major points right now. You guys really love this. So guess what? I appreciate you guys for putting me onto it and making me keep on doing it. Real talk. So let's go. We got a situation coming in hot and heavy over here. I don't know if this is a sea urchin or what they're calling it, but boy, oh boy, this is a really long fish. And they actually saying that this fish actually does not come to land that much. We're going to go over to Cabo. A giant sea serpent appears in Cabo. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you be willing to help this fish get back into the water? It seems like we got a lot of animals nowadays, you guys. Yesterday, the other day with the shark, a couple of whales before that. Do you think that this may have something to do with these wind turbines? What's going on where all of our sea animals are now winding up on land? Talk to me about it. If you got any updates or any comments, let me know, because this one was unbelievable right here. Let's get on over to Cabo Beach.
I didn't believe my eyes. It was something out of like a fiction movie. I had never seen anything like it before. And I just remember thinking, like, is this real? Then honestly, when I saw the second one, I got a little nervous. I'm like, what's going on? There's two. It was in Cabo. We saw something in the distance that was flashing and it was really bright.
I tell you one thing, it ain't no damn salmon, ain't no whiting, ain't no porgy.
And when we saw them up close, it was like nothing we've seen before. So we were like, this can't be real. My sister, she just cannot stand anything in pain. She reacted super fast. There was a little girl with her that reacted super fast too. Just watching like all these men standing around, and she throws me her phone and her drink in her bag. She's like, hold this. She's just diving on in. I think a lot of people were very hesitant because nobody really knew what it was. It's not.
Now, how many of you people in the comments would have helped this fish get back into the water? Be honest. Give me a thumbs up if you would have did what this lady is doing right now and helped this fish back into the water. If not, thumbs down. You ain't doing it. I don't know about that fish right there. That fish look kind of crazy. What's that long thing coming up off his face? Look like stingrays or something.
Every day you see that.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't blame them. I was yelling at her, just wait, let me check what it is. As soon as she saw that it was dying, she was like, I didn't care. And she started pushing it back in with the people on the side of the beach. As we're walking back, we see another one, and we see another one trying to get back. And we're like, what's happening? Like, there's two now. She ended up getting it pushed back in, and both of them ended up swimming off. We just kind of kept watching to see if it would do it again, and then they both disappeared. They both ended up swimming away. We kind of sit down and we're like, what was that? And we kind of get out our phones and start reading about it. Well, then when we realized how rare it was a pretty cool experience, but very surreal. From what we've researched, to see two is like 1 in a billion chance. Along that coast, the sightings over the last few hundred years only been about like 20 or something like that. Apparently they're doomsday fish and they only surface when earthquakes or tsunamis or whatever, but there's no science behind that, and it was still like extremely like magical.
So somebody named it already, figured it out. Those long whiskers are for detection of depths of the ocean where they cannot see, and they're called ribbon fish. She gets vid-19. What else she got? It's the offshore wind powering generators, energy hubs, messing with the fish. There you go, Lee Davis, poison ivy fish. Okay, you guys, they just want to sell you an extended warranty. I like that. Excuse me. Then he go over there to help him. I really want to just sell you an extended warranty. Thank you. That was a good one right there. I like that. I like that one right there. I haven't heard that joke in a little while. Let's keep on moving forward. But you guys, you know what? I got to show you guys this battle royal right here. I don't understand how this went down in the town because I don't see how it even went down, you guys. I'm talking about the battle royal of all battles. When you saw Hulk Hogan go against Andre the Giant, when you saw Rocky go against the Russian, you thought this was a battle of all battles. Then you saw, I'm sure you saw the Knicks play and you thought that you didn't know that they were going to be able to win, right? Well, guess what? This is a battle of all battles right here. We got a deer that's taking on a rhino. And guess what? The deer is not falling back. Now, I'm not going to tell you that this deer isn't a puppy and about 1.3 kilograms, I'm sorry, 13 kilograms, and she takes on a 1.7 ton rhino. You know, it is like that sometimes, but she's got a lot of spunk and she's not giving up. Let's get into it, you guys. We got a fight going on at the zoo with a baby deer and a rhino baby. Let's get it, y'all. Let's go. I thought that this was so cute. No talking. They're rhinos and baby deer. I just think it's cute that they're playing with each other. Can you believe they're actually ramming each other and playing the ram game? Both of them are puppies. It just shows you how cute animals are when they're little. This is actually a puppy rhino. And this is a puppy deer over here. They're playing the head ram game. Ain't that cute? Check this out in a zoo in Russia. I'm sorry, Poland. Wroclaw Zoo. Now there's some real cool friends right there. Look at that. They're having a real good time. You see that? Look at that. Opposites attract. We got something in common. Look at that. Ain't that cute? And she's holding her ground too, boy. She wasn't letting them get past her little area over there. That goes to show you guys if animals can get along, why can't we all get along? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. This is Our Bottom Line. If you have not subscribed to the channel, we're working on 74,000 subscribers. And if you have not, go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up like this. What are you waiting for? Also, our Cash App, just in case anybody's interested, is $ Boogotti Cash. BOOGOTTI Cash. If you want to keep it away from Big Brother, we suggest you use the other because you know they take a cut. So yes, Boogotti Cash, we really appreciate you guys also. And guess what I'm about to tell you about these promos? You know what's next, right? If you're trying to get your brand out there in front of almost 74,000 subscribers, send your promo over to us. That's right. You got to send it in a 1080 by 1080 size frame and send it over to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That is bridgethisllc@gmail.com. And we'll make sure that we put your promo up in the post notification area. That's right, you guys, right up in the post notification area. And guess what we got coming up? Because we've already concerned it and we've already concluded it. The Show Your Talent Search. That's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And one person from here can be in this talent show. This is the talent show that's not just about singing and dancing. It's about talent. So if you can dance, sing, do a backflip, cook, do a good portrait, maybe paint, play the violin. I don't know what you can do. Can you do a wheelie? Can you do a handstand? Well, if you can, come on over to the locations that we're going to show you guys we're going to be at. And if you win, boom, you're going to be able to make $250. After that, you're going to compete against everybody else in all the other 5 boroughs for the $1,000 price. That's right, you guys, for the $1,000 prize. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC. I will be there hosting as well. Big Drip, that's the company right there that sponsored it. It ain't me giving up the bread because y'all know I ain't got it like that right now. But Big Drip, they taking care of the money. So you guys make sure that you want to be a part of the talent show. All you guys got to do is listen to me right now. This is how you sign up. The way that Miss Swanza always tells you. You go over to the website. That's right, the website. www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go to the first page and put your email address in the email area. And we're going to keep you updated on where we're going to be at. Those notifications should be coming out this week. If you've already updated us and given us your email address, they're going to be coming out real soon. And Jordan Dowdy stepping up for Miss Swanza right now and the Swanza family. You're appreciated, brother, and I'm sure she appreciates you too. Jordan Dowdy says, get lit, drink Big Drip, Miss Swanza. That's right. That's how we do it around here, family. And we want to make sure that before we get up out of here, we're not just praying for me. I want to pray for every single person that's in here. I want to pray for your family. I want to pray for love. I want to pray for happiness. I want to pray for good being. I want to pray that everybody's right back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock again to have another fantastic show with nothing but good health and good spirits. I want to pray for everybody's health. I want to pray for your happiness. I want to pray for good measures. And guess what? Let's pray for your family as well well as your animals. And one thing that we always want to say that we always want to pray for, because it just seems to fit so perfect, we want to pray for love. That's right, we want to pray for love. Can't forget about Miss Swanza and her family. Want to give a big shout out and love going out to you, Miss Swanza, for your family member as well. Miss Swanza lost her sister for a few days, a day or two ago, a day ago. And we're praying for Miss Swanza as well as the Swanza family right now and anybody else that's dealing with that terrible C word, that ANCER word. That's the reason why I do the Our Bottom Line health and wellness section. Please understand that there's so many more reasons why we do that section, partially because of diabetes as well as cancers and different things that we try to help our family members out with. And we understand that we can't do it overnight, but concentrated, we can do it together and collectively. So yes, Miss Swanza, we want to give a big shout out to you and prayers up for you. Also praying for liberty and justice. Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker, Donna Ross 988. Can't forget about Colessive. Want to pray for Bustin' Dustin. Can't forget about praying for Scooter Ginger. Want to pray for Stripe 69. Can't forget about liberty and justice Turbo Munch. Can I talk to you about the extended warranty? I see what you're talking about. Love you to death for that. Turbo Munch, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Colessive, big shout out to you. Jeffrey Spilker, want to pray for you as well. Mary Tanner, how you doing? Miss Swanza as well. Liberty and justice. Can't forget about Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno, chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Another person who's constantly dealing with medical issues. And we love you, girl, just to let you know. She just updated us yesterday. She's still having a lot of issues going on with her health, but she's still pushing, and we love her. Guy and Elsa, show mad love to you. Can't forget about Sweet RV Adventures and Jordan Dowdy. Can't forget about Adam Trebet. Who else we got to show love for? Jeffrey Spilker, Colessive, Scooter Ginger. Who else we got up in the building? Ja. Can't forget about my brother Casey Ramos. You know, he always shows up. Hope he's doing well as well. I'm sorry, Yolanda. We also got Turbo Munch, Mary Tanner, Jeffrey Spilker, Stripe. Can't forget about Bustin' Dustin, Vincenta. Can't forget about Colessive, Angels Among Us, Winter Rising, Sam Champion, Mark Dorfman, as well as Jeffrey Spilker and Justin and Jordan. Can't forget about our brother Teddy out there as well, always riding and making it work. Can't forget about Miss Keisha. And yes, we also remember you, Miss Chocolate, as well. Thank you so much. We're going to show you massive love. And to me, Boogotti NYC, always coming here every single day, doing my best to try to stay bipartisan and fair to everybody. Make sure that everybody says what they want to say and get their mission statements out. Please, Lord, help me to keep being the same way. Please keep giving me the energy to share with everybody here in the chat, because I know a lot of them take that energy from me and go throughout the rest of their day. And I want to be able to supply it. Let me be their battery. With that being said, you guys, how are we going to say it today collectively, you guys? Thank God for everything and for keeping us together in one unit. Amen. That's right, you guys. Today, that was Tuesday. One of our best segments, I must say. Hopefully, you guys got a lot out of the health and wellness segment. If you guys got any ideas of any more topics that you would like for us to cover here on Our Bottom Line, any different topic, whether it's news, health and wellness, send them on in to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. What is that? Like the Brooklyn Bridge? Bridge. This, like that, but this LLC@gmail.com. We'll put them up if we like them. We'll check them out. I look at all of the videos that you guys curate. And if it has anything to do with something that we like, we're going to put it up. Case in point, we got a new video going up for the health and wellness section tomorrow. Coming right in again from Money Tree. Thank you again, Money Tree. We received your videos and always got good content coming from you. I always cheat and use your videos because it's less work for me. I go watch Money Tree video and be like, yep, he gets it. Watch the whole thing, and next thing you know, boop, it's up there. So nothing but love to you, Money Tree. I bother you so you can help me out sometimes. And everybody else, I'm going to bother you too. So if you guys got any ideas for the health and wellness section, come on and send them in. And make sure that you're right here, back here tomorrow for 6 o'clock for trending topics, current events, and much, much more. Because I'm your host, Boogotti NYC. You guys have watched Our Bottom Line for the last 2+ hours with the number one host, number one fam, and number one mods in YouTube. You guys also need to be a part of the Our Bottom Line Discord, because that chat does not stop. You guys want to be a part of the chat, just go on over to Discord, hit that Our Bottom Line, Liberty's over there, Colessive's over there. All the fam is over there. Keep the messages going, even if you don't know Discord. It's really easy. That's right, you guys. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here this Tuesday morning to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, 6 o'clock, right back here. Got 'em. Peace. See you guys in the morning.